What do you hear?
Nothing.
Oh.
I'm standing on the corner with some gangsters. I be dishing out the money like
Started?
a banker. Before I eat your food, I say my grace and thank you. We came from the bottom just like an anchor. If you ain't from the 40, you ain't poppin', nigga. Tryna run up on my squad, it ain't an option, nigga. 40 caliber on the waist, a show stopping, nigga. Beans on free Roddy, I drop a nigga. My bad bitch, she fine like an NBA flop. I like to kill shit in style, do a drill in the drop. Say the wrong shit about rude, then somebody get shot. As I roll in the Lex, so my haters just watch. If a nigga flex on me, I'm socking them like McFoley. 20-inch rims on the Uber, ride like Ginobili. Then I roll my window down, they thinking they know me. Then I start shooting that wheel just like I'm Kobe. They don't see what I'm working myself, is that a question? Sparkles, there's no guessing, daylight is up in my section. I'm good up in the hood, I don't ever need me protection. They don't really want beef, supermarket, they talking Western.
Yo, what's good, Greg? What's good, Greg? Shout out to Greg in the building.
You would never hear me singing in the precinct.
Never.
Check my gram last supper, see the way we feasting. Dancing like a chopper, got ABF on some different shit. Been trapping for 7 days. I'm too legit to quit. Day 10, I'm flying, balling harder than Scoocher Smith. Running niggas blocks, taking packs. I don't care who you get. Brother won't be home till you 50. They did my
I'm good, bro. How are you?
He's got the loud with the hood. He out here selling strong. If you don't fuck with my blazers, then we can.
I still owe you that hat too. I ain't forget.
You never gave him his hat?
Nah, I actually went to the school the other day too. You working right now?
Greg, pull up, Greg, pull up.
I used to ball, I left that shit just to fuck with rap. And started pushing other pills cause I love the trap. 4240 do we have is where you find me at. Got dealers and killers right where the lobby at.
What the hell?
What happened?
You hear it. Hear it, though. There we go.
That's what that was. That sounded crazy.
You probably didn't even hear the host.
Smoking weed till I pass out.
Come on, man. You know I got bad memory. Don't do that.
ass out.
You know I got bad memory. I tried, though. I tried.
When I back out, 10 bricks in the stash house. Little money when I laugh out. It's a big trip when the gang out. New daddy, bring that range out.
Bring it out.
Nigga, that's where I hang out. Catch me in the club bottle, poppin' when the gang out. Bouncing up and down, throwing ones with my chain out.
Rolling dice, 4, 5, 6. I bring that bank out.
Head crack, zero trips. Nigga, you just aced out. Triple B, Buddha brick, nigga, you just wait out.
Ooh, you off, boy. You gotta go into work tomorrow?
Big blunts, every time we stake out. Bag him, then we go. What, nigga?
Oh, matter of fact, I'm definitely gonna hit you up about a I'm gonna text you right now while I'm thinking about it before I forget.
You know what that shit is, nigga. Put the chrome to your dome, what you about that? You be dapping and conversing with a known rat. We don't condone that. 4/5 a whole lot. Skim and go left.
Check your text. I just sent you a text.
I be in the trenches.
With a baddie too.
Ass fat, I might slap it
I
like
just scored the hoop.
man, we don't pick and choose.
Shorty, you and you.
Right, me nigga Robbie, even though we probably went to school. Man, I'ma show these little niggas how to
Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button while you here.
It's still free, my brothers doing 30 to the life. First smell I get to the lawyer, get that shit right. I call Rick and told him, bro, I got a good leg. You call Cap like, Daddy got another hand. It's sweet, man. We don't even need the grips.
Princess said you look like the principal of the pod.
Disrespect niggas respectfully. Bullets hit niggas in they mind like telepathy.
Trap misconnected, he was playing with the recipe. Call for the tech.
Like the homie was the referee.
If you don't want smoke,
My nigga,
then
then
just let it be. I could give a felony. Fuck these niggas telling me.
All these different weeds, what the fuck these niggas selling?
What?
You ain't got the fronts, my nigga, you selling fronts. You know my 6'4s get it started. Nigga beg your pardon, wanna play a game.
I blow the cartridge.
Snapping like I'm Carlton, broke trappers trying to bargain. Gotta kill witnesses, bed hanging like I'm hard.
Had 1,000 pints, so a nigga sold 1,000 lines. Early in the morning, I spin his block 1,000 times.
Going on.
Bitch.
Huh? Ho.
Yo, Rick.
That.
Yo, Cat. Niggas is bugging, nigga. Yo, Doc. Fuck order on that. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, you dumb.
All right, one more record.
I finally found something interesting to do during YouTube ad rolls. I'm
Oh
leveling
shit.
up this now.
Viewer discretion is advised.
You say he's reeking?
It's like liquor.
That's a good fucking night. I mean, it's a good fucking day.
Okay.
I mean,
Nigga, I get love in these streets.
Bulls got
Blood on their teeth, we hungry, money, we need it. Niggas switched up on the team. Send slugs through your teeth, that fake love, you can keep it. Got me all alone.
they got me low. They don't want to get fucking.
Got me on the low.
Dipping with the chrome. Nigga, I ain't alone. Yeah.
Getting back to the basics, niggas hate like they racist. They wanna ball, but they step wrong like a pacer. Road to the riches, Vin Diesel, I'm good with racing.
Yeah.
Came from the bottom, my angle different than Jason. Success is the option, was never failure. 22.
Run it up. You already know how that 40 music play. Rick Rue, Young Gates, Captain Dawn, Alone.
I figured that was the best buy. Started fucking up when I sit and listen.
Let's lie.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to live lavish, but the last chick I fucked with started acting like a savage. Would meet the Millers, no movie, St. Cliff and Maddox. Had to block niggas, they was trying to watch my status.
Love in these streets. Wolves got blood on their teeth.
We hungry, money, we need it. Niggas switched up on the team.
Ooh, we got Kev Cam today.
You got a Kev Cam?
Got the Kev Cam today. Got the Kev Cam.
Dipping with the chrome.
Crow.
Nigga, I ain't alone.
Take the link, share with somebody that you know. Take the link, share with somebody that you know.
Girl working my nerves, shaking my head like you gotta be kidding. Chill, baby, it's the fourth quarter. I just took kilo. I got kilos across the border, keep it tranquilo. I made a name off of money and violence. Ben Vito in the Benzito. Me and my people ducking the Rico. Cause on the block, niggas living hard. Do some dirt, catch a bid, fuck the prison guard. My team wolves, I run the point, nigga Rubio. Things flying out of your way.
Coolio.
Your team dipping like the Tootsie Roll. I let the butterfly saying what you sorry for. Stutter vibes.
Yeah.
Big crowns with my father's eyes. That's scary. Finesse you out your money easy. That's Jerry. I go crazy on that stage, nigga. Carry. Yo, say my name in the mirror, nigga.
I get love in these streets. Wolves got blood on their teeth.
We hungry, money, we need it. Niggas switched up on the team. Send slugs through your teeth, that fake love, you can keep it. Got me all alone. Got me all alone. Dipping with the chrome. Nigga, I ain't alone. Yeah. Shorty, you can take that fake love and pawn it. Phony ass motherfuckers, I don't get along with.
That.
Why I don't answer my phone, but always on it. If we ain't speaking about money, then why you calling? Oh, I'm good. You checking up and be them calls. You get out of the blue, that set you up. Still on point when I smoke and drinking up. Got tools that'll bang on you like I'm hanging up. Fuck. Niggas gossip like bitches, and the topic is me. Bitch doing the same, nigga plotting on me. I got Henny in my system, about to scroll up the tree. She came through, clutch, Robert Ory, top of the keys. Swish. All face at the triangle. Cap, you show love like why I hate you. Rusty 22 for the throwaway. Ain't alone, heater on me for the coldest days. Love in these streets.
Yo.
Let's get it. Yeah. 40.
Say yo, Kev.
Nigga JT look like he going to prom.
I would never wear this to prom. Ever. In my life. I want it in my life. I need it in my life. Come put it in my life. I'ma keep it in my life, my life, my life.
That's actually pretty good. I'm telling you, I know you have something ready written.
Nah, I never gave it that much thought. One day though, one day. I've been trying to get an artist to look out for me, but I sent him a couple of beats. I ain't get a response. I ain't gonna say his name, but he knows who he is. He's a friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
It was good, yeah? Kev, you alright?
I'm great. Had a great day today.
You wanna elaborate?
Ooh, start off with Kev Can.
How can I put it? So yesterday, I met this girl that she was doing a little event for this internet called Honest Internet. She had a little event. Told me to come by today and chill with her for a little bit. So that's what I went to go do just now. And it's free alcohol. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't go wrong with that. It's free alcohol, free snacks and everything. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll go. I'll chill with her for a little bit. Wanted to bag her friend. Wanted to bag her friend. I thought I was bagging her. I wanted to bag her friend.
Good job.
Savage, you.
Did you tell them to watch the show?
Yeah. I just sent them the link.
You devil, you.
We're gonna start talking about that then.
Why I oughta. Why I
That was a
oughta.
good day. And you didn't work today?
Nah, I'm off today. I'm off. It's like first time being off. Like I think it's like.
Yeah, you worked last week.
Yeah, I worked last week too. How's your day?
What did you drink?
I drank like 3.5 bottles of wine to the face.
To the face.
To the face.
Not to the eyes, but to the face.
Why?
It was free. It was free.
Did you eat a lot too?
Nah, not really. So it's just sitting there, But it's a good night, man.
You're gonna have to.
Do you like the wine tipsy or the
I
hard
don't know what the
liquor?
fuck I was drinking. I was just drinking like they said it was wine, and I just knew about the color.
Okay.
It was white wine.
I wasn't on Somali or anything. It was just,
It was white wine.
It was white wine. It was red wine.
Oh, you mix wines.
You can't really mix wines. It's grapes. It's the same fruit. Can't really mix. But it was good though. It was good. It's gonna be an interesting pod today.
Oh my
I'm
god.
a little fucked up right now, so it's gonna be an interesting pod.
Different energy
It's
today.
gonna be an interesting pod. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
So this isn't Republican Kev we getting.
Nah,
today.
this is fucking hella Republican, Kev. This is hella Republican. It's funny because I was just in a building helping Shorty, connect to her internet with this hat on,
Okay.
right?
Somebody spit on you?
Nah, hell.
Gotta ask.
Listen, all that crazy shit you see on the internet, where niggas wearing MAGA hats and getting popped on. Look at the person that's wearing the MAGA hat. Kid's a geek. Geeks are getting picked up.
So there's geeks that are MAGA.
Yeah, it's geeks that's MAGA, man.
Everybody's MAGA.
Everybody's MAGA, man. There's these geeks. There's
So
gangsters.
they only pick on MAGA geeks.
Yeah, MAGA geeks. Yeah, MAGA geeks. That's all they pick on.
You're not a MAGA geek.
So they go fucking MAGA geeks.
I would say yeah, but it'd be different.
Oh.
Anyway, so I had this hat on, and believe it or not, man, almost like 60% of the people that lived there was feeling the hat, and they signed up. They signed up because I had the hat on.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, you got her some bread?
Yeah, I got her some bread. Man.
And then you stole her best friend.
Wasn't trying to. That wasn't the key goal.
This guy.
But I'm saying I'm a guy though. I'm a single guy, so that's what happens.
Say that again. So the
I'm a
ladies
single
can know.
guy. That's what happens. That's what happens.
Surprise,
Motherfucker.
Some fries, motherfucker.
That was a great era, man. I was like the one of the not first, but like early
Early memes?
not even memes, just like early rises to social media, like where everybody's trying to do the same thing.
Surprise, motherfucker. Some
Yeah,
fries.
that was like a
Some
thing where
fries.
like everybody tried to like remix it and make it their own. I thought that was pretty cool. My bad. I'm just sitting here sending the link to everybody I know, which is what everybody should be doing. If you want to take the link, share it
Subscribe,
to somebody.
motherfucker.
You gonna make that a drop.
Word.
We gonna make that a drop. We gonna figure out a way to make that a
what you doing, JT? Good.
I'm good. I'm just sending. Hold on, give me literally 30 more seconds just so I can send this link out.
29.
Man, well, I had a good week for the first time in a long time.
Good. Care to share?
No,
The fuck?
not at all. But I had a.
I just shared my fucking day. You can't even share your week.
Yeah.
Can't even share at least 3 days out of the week.
I had a good week. Had a really good
Which
week.
day was better?
Every day's getting better.
Which day was better though?
I don't know, right now, today's better.
So you care to share what happened today?
Seeing my guys.
Oh, yeah, I just said.
Yeah. Seeing my guys.
Which one you happy to see?
Drunk Kev.
Cool.
You know that's what he wanted me to say, right? Why you clap so hard?
Yeah, we got a button for that now, man. We got a button for that now.
Kev, be safe out here. People are crazy over politics.
Who said that?
Princess.
They be alright.
But we do want to start out by saying this while we got a couple of you guys here. We're gonna say it again over. You got it up so I can read it exactly what the numbers are. What it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Patreon. We are starting our subscription service. I can't see it, so he's gonna once he pulls it up, then you can see it.
It's acting as if it's like a PNG file.
Scroll it from the thing, other thing, and then move when you did the other thing.
That's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah. All right. Okay, so as you can see from here, this is our Patreon page. Like we were explaining on the last show, on the sports show that we were doing a couple of days ago, we have launched our Patreon page. So now what this means is there will be exclusive content for our most loyal supporters who are willing to help us by paying a few dollars a month to support our show. What does that mean? You have 3 tiers. Again, you have 3 tiers to show your support. You have the $5 package, which is the shot o'clock package. That's for the people who are, they want to support the show, but they don't really know what they're getting into. But they rock with us, and they say, you know what, I got a little $5 I can spend a month. You spend $5 on a slice and a soda at this point in time with the way inflation is going up. So you can spend $5 a month to support us. If you know what you're getting and you love the content that we're doing, you could upgrade to the Buffalo package. And the Buffalo, let me explain what you get for each one. I'm sorry. So with the Shot O'Clock package, you get 1 bonus video a month. You get ad-free content. You get access to 40 Central Patreon-only community on Telegram. So basically, we're going to be dropping exclusive content. It could be me doing a video about finances. It could be Justin doing a video about real estate. It could be Kev doing a video about politics or just driving around in his Mercedes. You never know what it could be. You never know what it could be. So with that being said, we're going to definitely be getting together some dope content for you all, but it's going to only be for our Patreon supporters. Only for our Patreon supporters. And that's with just as little as $5 a month. Now, then you have the Buffalo package. The Buffalo package is $10 a month, right? This makes you an executive here at the show. So you have a little bit more of a say-so. With that said, with the executive tier, you'll be able to get 2 bonus videos. You'll get discounts on any merch that we have. If you come to the show, you get a free backstage item. You get ad-free content. And you get access to our Telegram community. For those who are unfamiliar with Telegram, Telegram is going to be a close-knit circle of people who are our closest supporters of 40 Central, right? So right now we have a Facebook group, and it's an amazing group. They support us, everything that we do, but now we're going to just make it a little bit, we're going to start off a little bit smaller, but hopefully it grows. But now with this particular group, you're going to have a real say-so when it comes to 40 Central, when it comes to topics, when it comes to content, when it comes to ideas and things like that. Now, the grand package, the best package that we have, which is the one that everybody should get, is the chairman/chairwoman package. This makes you a boss at our show. What do I mean when I say boss? So before, when I was talking about the community on Telegram, right? On Telegram, you have a say-so. You can add your opinion. You can add your 2 cents. If you're on the boss tier, if you have the $25 a month and you become a chairman and chairwoman, you now have a seat at the table. And what do I mean by that? A seat at the table meaning that you can now put a vote towards things that go on 40 Central. So let's say, for example, we're having a discussion about the bonus video that we want to put out, right? Your vote is going to determine which video we get to choose. If we're going to choose to go to a different studio, and we have 2 different places that we're going to pick from, you have a vote as to which studio we would be going to. Your voice and your vote counts here at 40 Central when you become a boss and join our show for as little as $25 a month. Not only that, you'll get early access to any content that we drop. You'll also be able to see our docuseries that we're going to be starting. Basically, it's going to be a series in the life of blank. So say, for example, if it's in the life of Kev, we're going to follow him for a day, get a sense of his day-to-day life, let you get an inside peek at what Kev really goes through on a day-to-day basis, and then you get to see another side of him. So let's say you may even you may have your favorite local artist in the life of Rick Rude. Have a sit-down, one-on-one sit-down, follow him for a day, get some studio content, get some interview content, get some freestyle content, like a real documentary about specific people.
And my life is spicy, man, so y'all enjoy it.
And that's why you're going to want that $25 package, because if you think Kev is crazy now, wait till you get that, become a boss at 40 Central. Excuse me. So not only will you get that, you'll also get backstage content. So after the show, when we have guests come on, you have 10, 15, 25 people down here at the studio. We all kicking it, we all vibing, we all having some real conversations. You'll be able to get access to that content. We've had plenty of backstage content posted on Instagram. That backstage content will soonly be transferred to Patreon, only for our most loyal supporters. And you'll also get the merch discount. You'll get the 2 bonus videos, and you'll get access to our Telegram community. So this is an amazing opportunity to help show your love to 40 Central. Now, I understand some people say, yo, I ain't got $25 a month. That's cool. I understand that. Everybody got $5 a month. We all work. We all got jobs. I understand we got responsibilities, but if you got a Netflix account, you can have a 40 Central account. If you got a Disney Plus account, you can have a 40 Central account. If you can have a Hulu account, you can have a 40 Central account. And what I mean by that is when you buy from Netflix and when you buy from Hulu and when you buy from Disney Plus, you're supporting their dreams. You're helping their studios. You're helping their actors and actresses and characters get paid. Their producers, their directors, and their chairmen and chairwomen get paid. But when you support 40 Central on Patreon, you are helping people that are at the bottom on their way to the top get there. You're helping a small business achieve their dream. You're helping us, the community that we're trying to build, get to the next level. With as little as $5 a month, that $5 will help so much. It will help us with equipment. It'll help us with travel. It'll help us with paying for the studio. It'll help us with getting guests. It'll help us with getting better merch. Everything will improve, and all you have to do is just give us a small investment of either $5, $10, or $25. We all go to the club, buy a bottle. One bottle, $600 in Dykeman, depending on what you buying. If you a big spender, you might be dropping $1,200 for a bottle, depending on who you going with and what you copping. If you could do that, you could bless us with a little $5, $10, $25 a month. We're not asking for too much. And for those who can't, we completely understand. All you got to do is just continue watching the live and supporting us from the live stream. I understand not everybody got it. Just checking on you. We understand not everybody could get it right now. So if you can't get it right now, that's cool. But if you can get it next month, we'd appreciate it. If you can get it as soon as possible, we appreciate it. And we're going to put the link for this website in the chat, so that way you could just click it, look at it, so that way you could browse it yourselves, get a better sense of the tiers. And if you have any questions, just DM us on 40 Central on Instagram, and please help take us to the next level.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. All
right, let me get that off. And we're back. What a commercial.
That was a great commercial.
Yeah, man. Infomercial. There you go. Infomercial. Let me.
What you think about the Patreon, Kev? You was doing a lot of over there.
It was a lot. There was a lot going on there that like I wasn't informed about. But I learned about it today. I mean, there's a lot. Listen, that $25 package, that sounds amazing. Honestly, that sounds
$25 is like less than $1 a day.
Listen, you spend $25 on more dumb shit than you do in your fucking life.
Shit, you spend more than on gas.
Yeah. Let's go.
I guess that's where
If
we
you really want to talk about
That's
it.
where we're starting.
Maybe you got the hat on.
Yeah, you got the hat on. Might as well talk about gas since you're here.
I mean, I did say this is gonna happen. I did say this is gonna happen. I don't want to hear that. I didn't say any of this, man. I said this is gonna happen. This first day, I'm gonna call him Brandon because I don't want to get censored. But the same day Brandon made he made an executive order to cut off the Keystone Pipeline. I knew inflation was gonna go up. And at some point, gas prices were going to go up. If anybody needs to learn about politics and how socialism works, socialism means there is no middle class. No upper middle, there's no middle. There's only rich and poor. That's all that exists. So when you raise gas prices and you do these stupid deals that you're trying to make with Venezuela now, he's trying to make a deal with Venezuela now. With Venezuela has their own pipeline, but they barely use their own pipeline. So they get their oil from where? Russia. So they get the oil from Russia. So now we're gonna have to pay two people.
You asked me like I knew what the fuck you was
I
talking about.
thought you knew. I explained this to you.
He asked me like I knew what the fuck he was talking about.
I explained this to you the other day.
I was like throwing an alley-oop to like a 4-year-old that can't dunk. I was like, you want the 4-year-old to jump and dunk it, and it's like, nah.
Yo, Elijah, shout out to Elijah watching from Long Island right now. You got a new shot.
Venezuela is getting their oil from Russia right now. Mm-hmm. So you cut off oil coming to America from Russia, but you want to get the oil from Venezuela.
Who's getting it from Russia?
So you want to pay two people instead of one. So I say this to say this. There's a lot of stupidity coming from this administration, which makes no sense. I don't know what he wants to do with the people, but I do know that he wants to break middle class because in socialism there is no middle class. Look up every socialist country. There's only rich and there's poor countries. I mean, rich class and poor class. That's all that exists. There is no such thing as middle class workers in socialist countries. So when you want to make this country
say that one more. There's no such thing as
middle class workers in socialist countries.
Okay.
There's none. In China, it's communist socialist. There's poor class and then there's rich class. In Mexico, there's rich class and there's poor class. In Venezuela, there's rich class and there's poor class. In America, we are about to break middle class because middle class can't live under this inflation. And then when you make hyperinflation, where it's heading right now, because gas prices are about to hit $9 real soon, because gas prices are going to keep going up, because now he cut off Russia. Now we're using the reserved oil, which he used Trump's reserved oil in October. Now he wants to use his own reserved oil that he's making right now, that he got from Russia. Now he wants to use the reserved oil, so that's gonna go to like $9, maybe $10. Who knows? Maybe 11. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. You think it's gonna go up that high?
Bro, California's already at $8. So you think this is bad? California's already at $8.
Damn.
So it's
just a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time it's gonna hit here.
So,
Hawaii's close to $9.
You drive on Hawaii?
I have a friend that lives in Hawaii.
Yeah, but they drive?
Yeah, they drive.
I thought they surf everywhere.
They got a scooter or something.
Man,
like
it's gonna get really bad. This shit's gonna get really bad.
But at this point in time,
but
right?
I mean,
can we make oil?
But all I gotta say is this: when the shit that I was talking about when Trump was in office, I wasn't saying this because I fuck with Trump. I'm saying this because these are the facts. This is legitimately the facts. When Obama was in office, Trump inherited high gas prices at $4. Gas prices were at $4, and people tend to forget that. Gas prices were at $4. Gas prices went down immediately to like $3, maybe $2, closer to $2 when Trump was in office. When Trump left office, gas prices hit $2.30 because we winded up having our own oil distributed in our own country. Trump's whole administration was bringing back Made in USA. He wanted to bring Made in America back because everything you would see is made in Taiwan, made in India, made in China, but you weren't seeing Made in USA. So now when you bring back Made in USA, you make America a manufacturing country once again. So when you take that away, you give that help, you ask for help from other countries, now you make America crippled again. So you cripple America, so now we get into deeper debt with other countries and deeper debt with China because we owe so much money to China. It was at one point under his administration that China was depending on America. That was the farmers' trade deal that he created, and then a pandemic happened. Because China, they were running out of food. And we had our food, our crops, and our own animals that we were farming here in America that we were sending off to China. And that's a fact that you can actually look up, but they don't want to talk about that.
Well, I mean, that's what you're here to talk about.
So all I gotta say is this:
you got the Warren hand going on right now.
Huh?
You got the Warren hand going on right now. That's how I know you're serious. Look.
It's that. All I gotta say is this, man. That I don't speak just to hear my voice. I speak to tell you the facts of what I studied. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in Ukraine that's going on, but this is a sensitive topic to a lot of people, so I'm gonna let it blow over.
Yeah, you can say it because we're gonna talk about it anyway.
It's a sensitive topic to a lot of people, man. There's a lot of shit that the war in Ukraine is about. You mind if I talk about it?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So the war in Ukraine is.
Then you get your little rant off right now.
Yeah, the war in Ukraine is about literally stopping a progressive movement.
Stopping a progressive movement.
Stopping a progressive movement.
Okay.
The progressive movement is like having people with mental disorders run a country. And I don't want to listen. I have friends that are gay. I have friends that are trans. It is what it is. You know, I don't discriminate towards anything. But at the end of the day, a man is a man and a woman's a woman. That's how I feel. A man's a man and a woman's a woman. I don't want to take away from a man. I don't want to take away from a woman. Because women work hard to be where they are today. You know, and to have a man come into their position and take away from them, I feel like that's a spit in the face, and that should not happen. But that's the war in Russia versus Ukraine. Russia is attacking Ukraine because they're pushing that progressive movement in Ukraine. And he doesn't want the East Europe to have that face. That's the attack on Ukraine at the moment right now. Zelensky is promoting a progressive movement. But it's a sensitive topic to a lot of people because a lot of people are dying, and a lot of people, these people in Ukraine shouldn't be suffering what they're suffering because of government bullshit. Fuck the government. Governments are bullshit on all sorts of forms, and that's why I supported President Trump. Because President Trump wasn't government. He kept giving the power to the people instead of to the government. That's what it is.
I hear you on that, and I will push back on the for government part. I do think that we need, like, I get your point that the people should and deserve the power, but I do think you need government there to give some type of order, because if the people had all the power, it would be chaos and anarchy.
No, you're right. I listen. When I say fuck government, I don't mean fuck law.
No, I just wanted to clarify that. I get that.
I don't mean fuck law. What I just mean is that there's so much corruption within the world, within all government, and including America, because America has a high task of politicians that are corrupt, including the man in the White House right now. He's very corrupt. There's a lot of corruption with him. You know, so within 40 years, 45 years he's been in office, maybe 50 years he's been in the White House. I mean, in politics. This guy has been corrupt for a long time, and there's videos of it, and people keep bypassing these videos, acting like there's nothing going on, when literally it's him speaking, and he clearly tells you how he feels. Like, he told the military, "Clap for that, you stupid bastards." Like, how do you talk to the military like that? But then you went and made a rumor about Trump stating that he said F the military, but you can't find a video of him saying that. You get what I'm saying? There's no video of him saying that, but he called the military stupid bastards. But nobody talks about that, right? He talks about he talks a lot of racist shit over the time, right? Everybody tends to bypass it. But if it's a little thing that sound like it might be racist with Trump, they make it a big thing. So I just try to ask people to keep the same energy which you have with politicians. If it's like we have people that watch 40 Central that want to claim that they're libertarians. Libertarians the real libertarians tend to lean more conservative than a liberal, right? The real libertarians, right? But then you have libertarians that watch CNN all day, and then they wind up hating Republicans for no reason. They don't know why they hate Republicans. You get what I'm saying? Now, the only reason why I'm Republican is because I'm tired of the bullshit lies that's consistent with the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party, they have an agenda, right? You JT, you cannot run as a politician if you didn't intern for the Democrat Party. You cannot run as a politician. You can't wake up one day and say, I want to run for Congress if you did not intern for the Democrat Party. But as a Republican, you can run, and as long as you have campaign funds, you can run as a politician. So what sounds more like we the people?
I hear you. I feel like I think the mistake that we make as a society is that we try to give this information to people who are so set in their ways that have been thinking and doing the same thing for the last 15, 20 years, expecting a different result. I think everything that you just said is information that we need in the school curriculum. Because there is a quote by the late, great Frederick Douglass that said, it's easier to, it's something along the lines of, it's easier to raise up and build new children than it is to fix broken men. And that's because when you've been doing something for so long and you've made it a habit to deprogram and then reteach is an extremely difficult process. So I think a lot of the times when you were giving the information, it was just doing this, just hitting people on the head, hit people on the head, hit them. But it wasn't registering because people didn't want to accept new information. They didn't want to accept that maybe Trump was the better candidate. People don't want to accept that maybe they made a mistake because I've been Democrat, or not saying me, but hypothetically, I've been Democrat for the last 15 years. I've been Democrat my whole life. My mom told me that the Democrats were for the poor and the Republicans were for the rich. Like this, I've been programmed to think this way. And now when I have a guy with a MAGA hat on 40 Central telling me to think something different, it may not hit right away.
I was taught that too, that Democrats are for the poor and Republicans are for the rich. I was taught that many times. You know, like I said, you know, it takes that the idea of like when Reagan had stated, you know, the most scariest thing you can hear from the government is, you know, I'm from the government, I'm here to help you. That is a bad thing to hear. That is a bad thing to hear because the government doesn't care about you. We all know as the people that the government doesn't care about you. Me coming from the hood, me coming from the projects, that I hear so many times that I don't trust the government. So why when it comes to like these speeches on CNN, you tend to all of a sudden trust the government. You get what I'm saying? When Biden had stated that, put trust in our government. I don't trust government. I trust God. You get what I'm saying? I trust God. I don't trust government. I don't care about government because government's not gonna back me up. Government's not gonna back me up on anything. Government has been taken away from our families for decades. They've been putting away family members. They've putting away our fathers. They systemized our parents to they try to break families so you can get child support. The father had to pay child support and break fathers that to a point that they cripple them to a point that they can't live.
But here's sorry, go ahead, finish your thought.
Listen, I get it that we have some deadbeats out there, right? I get it that we have some people that make kids, and we have people that make kids and they don't want to be in their children's lives. I get that. It shouldn't be a thing, but it's there.
Yeah.
But not everybody's doing that. Mm-hmm. We have people that are actually good parents, that are great parents, that are there for the child, and they're still getting hit with child support. You know what I'm saying? So
preacher.
So why is the government there? The government's not there to help you. The government is there to fuck you. So
with no Vaseline.
With no Vaseline. That's what they're there for. Literally, they're there, and people keep voting for that shit to fuck over people, to help as they fuck over the people that are actually trying to be there for their children. So they should be more literally. I feel like with child support, they should be more psychological shit going on, right? They should be
into the mic.
Yeah. So
there you go.
With child support, I feel like there should be more psychological shit going on. They should have the father coming to see psychologists and see where they are mentally and where they are financially, whatever it is, what they're doing, to able to support. I feel like this child support should have a cutoff at some point, to a point that once you're able to be on your feet and you're able to take care of your children, whatever it is, the child support should be able to be cut off. Because now you're forcing. So all right. So I know people that are on child support, right?
Wait, go back to that. I want to understand what you mean. There's a cutoff time for when I'm able to take care of my kid.
Wait, when you're able to
if I was a female or if I was
male or female.
Okay. So if I have my kid and then she's paying me child support and then I become financially free, I don't need her help, then it should be cut off.
So if she's there, right, by receipt, right, that she's taking care of the child, child support shouldn't be a thing.
I agree with that.
Child support should be a thing.
Well,
because the thing is, I know so many good people that are in their kids' lives that actually support the child physically, right, and then they have to put it on paper, government, that they're actually assisting their child. So now they pay $300 a month, right, or $400 a month, or maybe $1,000 a month, whatever it is, right, whatever they're making. But then the child, they spend time with the child, and they're gonna spend money on their child anyway, in person. You know what I'm saying? So now you want to spend more money than what you should be spending on the child support situation. Instead of you being the dickhead, right? Instead of you being the asshole, there's listen, child support says I gotta pay $800 a month. I'm only gonna give you $800 a month. I'm not spending shit on you. You know what I'm saying? Child support should be justified by the receipt, right? And once you show the paper of the receipt that you paid this amount for the month, bypass it, let it go.
All right, hold on. You're tagging on a lot of issues.
Yeah, I'm
let me just summarize the first.
I don't like child support.
I get that. But you were on a whole nother side of the country just now.
I know a lot of women that milk on child support, right? Now I'm not saying all women do it, but there's a lot of women that do it, and there's a lot of good men out there that actually want to be there for their child, but they tend to have remorse on child remorse on their child because they are on child support and the baby mother's an asshole. So they wind up hating the child because of the child support situation, because of the mother, but it's not really the child, and the child shouldn't have to suffer through that. You know what I'm saying? So child support. I feel like government is created. The government, what they created with this shit, it was to create negligence within our community. You know, and we as people should have to stand against that shit, and that's why I don't support. And that's one of the reasons why I don't support government. I don't support government because of shit like this. Because it's just like these are a bunch of people that have been in the office for 50 years that don't know what we actually go through in our modern day. You know, they think this is what we go through, but they don't know this is what we go through. And that's why I feel like we should have term limits on politicians.
Let me just summarize what he just said. Y'all want freedom, but y'all keep voting.
I'm a little drunk, by the way.
Y'all want freedom, but y'all keep voting for your oppressor. Simple as that. Y'all keep saying, we want this, we deserve that, this country needs to put black people and Latino people up here, but y'all keep voting for your oppressors. Y'all keep voting for the people, like Kev said, that put the system in place for mass incarceration, that put the system in place for blacks to live in the projects, that put the system in place for drugs to be in our community. Y'all vote for these people. And that's not to say the other side is all glitz and glamour and they've done no wrong. That's not what I'm saying either. But what I am saying is we give the power to nobody when we keep voting for one side. Right? So now if I keep voting left, and the left keeps disrespecting my vote by not fulfilling any promises like we've seen so far since the new administration. The right owes me nothing because we didn't give them any voting power. And then the libertarian or the third party, why would they give us anything?
Yeah, it's true.
And it's really that simple. So when we continue to have our minds limited, it's literally crippling our community day by day. We keep saying we want things for our kids. We keep saying we want to better our communities. We keep saying that our elders deserve better. Our women deserve more protection. We keep saying these things. But our actions are getting us a different result. So instead of doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, why not try something different? I understand your school taught you to think one way. I understand grandma taught you to think one way. I understand your parents may have taught you to think one way. But we're adults now. You can seek your own path. You can do some more reading and research and formulate your own opinion. It's the same thing with religion. Religion gets thrown on you at a young age. You practice it up until your 30s or your 20s, 30s, and 40s. And then one day you realize, you know what? Maybe this wasn't what I should have been doing.
You know what the crazy thing about that, the religion part,
Mm-hmm.
is because, well, we started Ramadan last year,
Mm-hmm.
just doing it. And every time I say that to somebody, they're like, "Oh, why you Muslim?" I'm like, even if I was, what would be the problem? Like, what if that's what I wanted to choose? Like,
People are systemized to do
yeah, that was, and then I'm like, nah, I wanted to do it. They're like, "Oh no, so you want to become Muslim then?" I'm like,
people are systemized
no, I'm
to
just
to
like that religion shit is that religion shit is
It
crazy.
get deep.
People will criticize you on the dumbest shit. People don't realize there's an attack on religion and they don't even notice it.
No, they notice.
No. Some people don't notice it. Some people don't. There's like Christianity, right? Predominantly, America is a Christian country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Catholic, Christians. You know, a Christian has five religions under that umbrella,
Mm-hmm.
right? So Christianity, in general, there's an attack on Christianity, and I'll bring an example. Chick-fil-A is a Christian-based country, right? So
Chick-fil-A is a Christian-based country.
I'm sorry, I'm a little drunk, man.
Restaurant, homie.
Christian-based
Restaurant.
restaurant. I'm a little drunk. So Chick-fil-A is a Christian-based restaurant, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And by Chick-fil-A doing what they're doing, they don't open Sundays,
Mm-hmm.
right? So by them not opening Sundays, that says a lot, right? They're very religious.
Okay.
That's God's day. They're not allowed. They choose to not put a gay flag over their restaurants, right?
Okay.
And it's not because they don't hate. It's not because they hate gays. It's because their religion doesn't support the gay agenda,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, if you choose to be gay and be Christian, there's people that are gay that are Christians.
Right.
Like, it is what it is, you know? There's people that are gay that are Christians. If you like men, you like men. If you like women, you like There's no issue.
You like mine, yo?
Yeah. Listen.
Do you like mine?
What you choose to do in your bedroom is what you choose to do in your bedroom. That there should be no flag over a restaurant, over a business, over a country, because you like to do something in your bedroom.
That's just because they're trying to include everybody.
You know, and listen, but they're included regardless.
But you can say that, right? But they don't feel included.
But that's them personally.
Yeah.
That's a personal emotion. They are included. I have gay friends. I have trans friends. I have straight friends. I have people in all corners that are friends of mine. Good people. I have no problem with them, what they do in their bedroom. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't affect me.
But you're not the owner of Chick-fil-A.
So with with Chick-fil-A, when I say this is an attack on religion, Chick-fil-A is not allowed right now to open up any new restaurants in New York because they don't want to put up a gay flag in front of their restaurant.
Oh, that's why we don't have one in New York?
We have Chick-fil-A's in New York.
I only seen one.
They have Chick-fil-A's in New York, but they try to make Chick-fil-A's in on highways and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And they can't do that because they don't support putting a gay flag over their restaurants in any restaurant. So I say that to say this, that's an attack on religion because the religion doesn't support that agenda. You get what I'm saying? So by you not supporting that agenda, you can't open up shop in New York itself. So that is an attack on religion. That's a freedom of religion. That's the First Amendment. Freedom. So when you attack the First Amendment and you okay that shit and you bypass that shit, what else can you attack and just let go? And if nobody's standing with Chick-fil-A, if nobody stands with Chick-fil-A, after the First Amendment, the freedom of religion is taken, freedom of speech will be taken, right? Freedom in general will be taken. Then now we attack the Second Amendment. Then we attack the Third Amendment. Then we attack the Fourth Amendment. It's all a process of control through the government. This is why I say I don't support big government at all. I support small government. Small government is basically, literally, things that the people, as we, the people, were in the Constitution that states that we can control the government. Once you get big government involved, now we have a bunch of other countries involved. And now other countries have their says of what goes on upon this country that we live in. So why would China have involved, or why would Russia have involved in what we say in our country? They shouldn't have a say what we do in our country. We choose to do what we do in our country because we are the majority in this country, the people, not the government. So yeah.
With that being said,
All
man,
this from Gas.
here to save us. One man, one MAGA hat.
One man, one MAGA hat.
Here to save us by delivering you the information that you need to hear.
All of this from Gas conversation.
Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to talk about my week. It's all good though.
Talk about it all week.
I ain't talk about my week yet. But
And we
what's the question?
how long we been on?
About 53 minutes.
53 minutes, and you didn't get to talk about your week.
So I guess my week. My week was cool, man. My week was cool. I had an eventful week. It's been a very long week this week so far. On Tuesday we had. I think I explained this. No, did we? Maybe on Monday I talked about it. No, I know, but I think I mentioned it that it was going to happen on Monday. But long story short, we had Chase Financial Bank come to our school and give our kids a lecture about financial literacy.
Oh, nice.
So I think that was cool. Let's give a round of applause for Chase Bank.
JP Morgan, let's go.
Yeah.
And they have all the coke.
JP?
Yeah.
Probably.
They got all the coke, right?
Probably.
I don't know.
Wasn't J.P. Morgan the submarine with the coke in it?
That's not for me to say. Everybody do your own research.
I ain't snitching.
But yeah, so they came, gave some kids the basics of financial literacy. I thought that was really cool. You know, a lot of our kids don't know anything about money, though they swear they do. I've been teaching them bits and pieces about financial literacy. So for Chase to reemphasize some of the things that I've been teaching them was really cool. So shout out to Chase Bank for doing that. Yesterday, we took the kids to Madison Square Garden to see the Big East tournament. They gave our school a shout out on the big screen. We made the Jumbotron twice or 3 times. So they were showing us a lot of love in the building. Almost like kind of like treating us like little celebrities. Like they was really like making sure that we felt welcome. Like I said, like they said our name. They talked about our school, what our school does. Gave our kids free gear. Put us on the big screen about 2 or 3 times. So the kids really, really enjoyed themselves. That was fun. Today, we had Madison Square Garden and Chase come to the school together.
That's the panel?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, that happened today?
Yeah. So
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I led a panel, or I moderated a panel with 4 amazing women. One of them did. I wish I had the paper so I didn't get their names. So I can get their names. I'll explain the names. I'll give you all the names in the next podcast. But 4 women, all of them work for MSG in corporate, powerful corporate roles. People that are behind the scenes that are helping Madison Square Garden do amazing things. So when you see, when you go to Madison Square Garden and you have the seamless ticket process, like there's a woman behind that. She was there. We had a woman that does the 2K gaming for Madison Square Garden. She was there. We had an accountant. She was there. We had, I forgot the last one. She was the first Puerto Rican woman in her position. I forget, off the tip of my tongue, I forget what it was. But she was there. And it was a great event. The kids got a lot of great information just about how these women got to the positions that they have, how they are trailblazers in the corporate space when it comes to Madison Square Garden, and how you can still be revolved and around the game of basketball without being an athlete, which is the whole purpose of our school. And I hope that, that they were paying attention. And even if you didn't understand the stuff that they were talking about, because, it's things that a 9th grader typically wouldn't even understand, it's just more so about understanding that there are opportunities around basketball that any of us can do.
Yeah.
But we don't do it because you're only going to make decisions based off what you know, right? And if you don't know, you can't make a decision to do better. And that was the whole purpose of the panel. So shout out to them. I had a few people. I had somebody from MSG come up to me after the event, was like, "Yo, like, do you want to work with us? Like, the way that you handled the questions and the way you controlled the conversation and like your interviewing style, like, you're somebody that needs to be on TV." So, I mean, not saying that that's gonna happen anytime soon, or I don't even know if he was serious, but
that's crazy.
He did bring it up to me. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I'm hoping in the future, maybe, who knows? Maybe, I mean, we're doing TV right now, but not with MSG backing our program. So it was really, really fun, man. And so that's been my week, but it's been a really, really long week, which is why I got my second cup of coffee for today. I'm usually not a two cup of coffee person, but today was a really long day. It's been a really long week, but we executed a lot this week.
Well,
That's only your second cup?
Huh?
It's only your second cup?
Yeah, my second cup. I'm usually one in the morning, and I'm usually good for the day.
See, I'm Latino, man. You get like minimum. I'm not even exaggerating. 7 cups minimum. 7 cups minimum.
I can't drink no coffee.
Appreciate you, cousin.
Yeah,
I see
man,
my cousin Kelly.
man.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
All this fucking caffeine in me, man.
I said you're trying to stay awake. That's why you took the jacket off so you could get cold. So that you don't.
Oh,
It was too
and
hot. It was too hot in here, man.
go read that Slam article.
Yes.
Go read that Slam article. Go to slamonline.com. I think our page is still featured up there. They did a report on our school, and I'm in it. So go see that. Go support it. Share it with somebody that you know. Let them know, like, yo, the 40 Central, the family, we're doing something big. So we made Slam, and yeah, shout out to my cousin Kelly. I see you watching. I appreciate you.
And everybody, go to the Patreon again. Please go click the Patreon and go check out the tiers.
Yes, go check out the tiers by supporting Patreon. Like and subscribe if you're watching this podcast right now. On the top of the chat, you'll be able to click a link, which will take you directly to our Patreon page when you get exclusive content. Are y'all ready to transition?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So,
Transition. All right. Let's talk about this Chris Brown case. What do y'all know about what's going on with Chris Brown and this whole, like, I think a woman falsely accused him of rape or something like that?
Well, he was accused of rape and sued for $20 million.
I didn't even know what the fuck was going on with Chris Brown.
And then he just pulled out the receipts, and her lawyer quit the case.
No, that if she quit the case, that means he was doing some fucked up shit.
I think with situations like that, just because she quit the case doesn't mean that there isn't a case to be had.
Yeah.
I think
something possibly could have happened, you know what I mean? But definitely not rape.
I mean, we don't know. She could have quit the case because maybe the girl can continue to pay. Like, we don't.
It was right after the audio
Brown,
came out.
I don't think Chris Brown is dumb enough to even go through that with the fame that he has. You know, like he might. It might be potential that he might have like a short temperament, that he might flip out on somebody, whatever it is. I'm saying, because everybody just might be going through something and just might have a short temperament and handle it differently from how the average person would handle a situation. But as far as rape, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see Chris Brown raping somebody. I personally can't see
I
it.
said the same thing about R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, no, R. Kelly.
Not to make a comparison, but I'm just saying.
No. There was a lot of weird shit about R. Kelly. Like, I was a child, and the dude married Aaliyah, while Aaliyah was like 14, or was like 15, while he was like in his early 20s, mid 20s, or something like that.
What you would have did if R. Kelly would have touched you?
What?
I'm just curious, like, because you got the hat on. What you would do if R. Kelly would have touched you as a kid?
Touched me as a kid?
Yeah, what you would have done?
Kill him.
As a kid?
I'll kill him. I had a bad temperament as a child.
Okay. I'm just throwing that out there. But go ahead.
I had a bad temperament as a child.
Finish your
So it's like,
finish what you were saying.
I probably would have, like, probably would have killed him. Okay. It's just like, because I had a really high temperament, so it's like, it's just like, I didn't like to be bothered by many people. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah, and I literally, as a child, until I was maybe about 16, I was pretty antisocial, you know? So it's like, people that try to get around me that I didn't know, whatever it is, I felt like I'm saying that you were trying to take me out, you know what I'm saying? So that's the mentality that I have as a child. My mentality I had as a child. So it's kind of like, until like maybe I was maybe about 20 or 21 when I started working security as a bouncer. Right, I started working as a bouncer at these a few clubs and everything. I started to becoming like a somewhat of an extrovert.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and realizing that not everybody's out to get you. So, and I developed the relationship with people that not everybody's out to get you. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I grew up on, like basically from my early 20s all the way to where I'm at right now. That not everybody's out to get you, but if you said as a child, probably would have killed me.
You know what's so funny about that? You still don't like people, nigga. What you talking about? Wait, we go out. He does not like people. It depends on the mood.
I like people. I like people. But you know what it is? This nigga be having me out. With people like in neighborhoods that I'm saying that just make me feel like the shit places that I used to have beef in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I be having beef in these locations. I'm like, yo,
sketchy.
Like that, like, and mind you, it be shit from like almost 20 years ago, right?
I don't mean nothing.
It be shit from almost 20 years ago. I don't know how that person feels. I'm over it from 20 years ago. I don't know how you feel from 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I might have did something to you that you might feel some type of way. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's dude be like, yo, let's go over here, bro. I'm like, nah, bro, nah.
That's a great thing to segue into. I want to bring something up that I saw with.
Like, nah, I can't. Nah, because it's like, me being sober, yeah, I'm good. But me being drunk, I'm gonna want to do some dumb shit that get you involved in some dumb shit that you shouldn't be involved in.
I'm okay.
I'm saying? So I don't want to involve people in my particular situations.
I wanna
because
have
I'm
a
the
conversation
type of person,
about this.
I'm the type of person, if I'm on the spot and I don't like the person and the person's looking at me funny in a location that I know I had predominant beef in, right? I might just set it off. And that's the reason why I don't like being in certain locations, because it brings me back into my mental stage of like basically that these people are out to get me. And if I feel like they're looking at it, if I know the person and the person doesn't nod their head, what up to me or whatever it is, I feel like the person still has beef with me. And I feel like I have to protect myself at all costs.
Of course.
So
My brother's killer. And I'm saying it to say this.
I just want to play this clip real quick. My bad. Go on, finish what you're saying.
So like I just feel like I don't want to put people that are not in that lifestyle involved in my personal situations that I had from years ago. So I avoid these locations for a reason. You get what I'm saying? Because it's about evolution. It's about evolving, growing. It's about, realizing who you are today, not who you are in your past tense. And I don't like being in Castle Hill. I don't like being in Zariga. I don't like being in Parkchester because I had beef in these locations growing up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and there's people that still live with their moms that still be in these locations. You know what I'm saying? And still be there. You know what I'm saying? And then they want to bring up shit that I did to them in high school. You know what I'm saying? And if you bring up some shit to me, if you look at me crazy, it brings me back to like how I was before. And I avoid that because I don't want to be that person I was before. You know what I'm saying?
Good job.
I don't want to be that person. So I know I'm a lot better than that, and I've evolved so much in life that to be that it's ridiculous. But I still avoid it because I've done a lot of dumb shit in my time.
I understand.
I avoid certain shits, and I avoid certain locations where I know that I shouldn't be in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact that at some point you get caught slipping. It takes one person just to end everything.
Absolutely.
So I avoid it.
And I think with that being said, I was listening to an interview, a clip of an interview with Little Durk and Wallow. I mean, $1 Million Worth of Game, and because it was both Wallow and Gilly there, and Little Durk. And Wallow was talking to Little Durk about letting things go from the past in order to move on. And this was a really moving clip for me because a lot of our young rappers are dying really young, right? And because of these deaths, we're seeing a ripple effect of other people. I think other people are dying around these beefs and it's just not being reported. Because when one of these rappers dies, somebody retaliates, then that retaliation results in a retaliation, and it's a never-ending cycle. Wallow 267, I believe I got the number right, was saying to Little Durk, somebody had murdered his brother, and the best thing that he could do was forgive them. And I'm going to play this clip right here.
So Craig, yeah, this really dropping tears for this, like, for real, like.
I'm gonna keep going, cause I'm telling you, man, I can name 20, 30 names of my homies is dead. I'm here though, and I'm gonna say some shit that, like, this is documented. I got a TED talk. I forgave my brother's killer, and I'm saying it to say this: they killed my brother. My brother died in my grandma's arms. That house that we grew up in. They shot my brother. He ran to the house. He died in Nanny Holmes when she opened the door. So I'm telling you, there's some real shit, man. If I ain't let that shit go, I won't be right here today. I won't be here for my niece and my nephews. Me and Gil won't be doing this. Y'all won't know me. I won't be able to give y'all this game. But I had to leave. I had to let that shit go. When I let that shit go, nigga, I started to grow. And I started to glow. And now I'm here today, and it was hard in the mother. And I'm talking about this my big brother. I shared the cell with him. I shared the bed with him when we was kids. This little Steve. But I can tell you one thing. Okay. Now I'm out here taking care of his daughter. paying for her to go to school, take care of my nephew, take care of my mama and my grandmama.
Talk to him. Show.
Because I forgave my brother killer, but you know, I understand. I understand what y'all going through. And I love all you young in here. And I mean that shit. Love you niggas, man. And I hope y'all make it out. I hope y'all make it the fuck out, man.
And he like
Straight up, man.
It's so crazy. Yeah, this really dropping tears for this.
And so that was Wallow 267 talking about the murder of his brother that he witnessed when his brother died in his grandmother's arms, and how he had to learn how to forgive him in order for him to be the person that he is now. So I just want to have a conversation about like forgiveness and how easy or hard is it for you all to forgive?
I forgive pretty easy. Honestly, it's because like life is so freaking short. And like I said, it's just like I don't know how you view me. You know, from when I was talking about prior to this, I don't know how you view me from past tense. And if you
From
view
when they knew you before or something
from
like that?
before,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Like I don't know if you view me the same as before, and you hold animosity as from before, then yeah, then I might just meet you on your level, because I gotta protect myself at all costs, you know. But I'm all about care, love, and peace, you know. And I don't want drama with anybody. I don't want hell being raised, man. Because I could raise hell at any point. I don't care. I could get spicy for any little dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But I just choose not to, because it's like life is short to give that energy to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all about caring, all about love, I'm all about helping. If I can help you in any, if I'm already helped in my day, and I know I can help you, then I have no problem helping. That's anybody. Personally, I don't mind helping you, because the little thing that I have, you might not have access to. You know, you might not have that access. So, and I don't mind participating in assisting you. You know what I'm saying? I go out, and people that know me know that I tend to go out my way to make sure I assist you in a form that I know that you're good in your day. It's just because sometimes I can't do it. So sometimes I'm good, but I'm not good enough for myself. But you are in a worse position than me, and I know that my little help can put you in a better space and within today and tomorrow, and I will still be the same regardless. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I live my days.
Oh, okay. You got a question to ask?
No, go ahead.
What's funny about that whole clip is, essentially, that's what you told me in the car on Tuesday.
I said that?
Something like that.
Damn.
But about, obviously, a totally different situation.
Yeah.
But, and basically, that's what it was. Like,
I be forgetting a lot, bro. I might have said it.
Not in those words,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was in the same kind of sentiment where it was like, yo, like, it is what it is. You gotta forgive and then you gotta keep moving. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say what was said.
Yeah, of course.
But that was basically what we spoke about on Tuesday.
And I think the hardest thing about all of this is not just forgiving, but forgiving people that you once considered an enemy, right? And the reason why this is interesting to me, because even when you dig deeper than just forgiveness, when you look at somebody who you consider an enemy, more often than not, enemies are people you once held close.
Yeah.
Right? That's how a lot of people become enemies, because they betrayed you or did something that lost your love, and then they become enemies.
Lost your love, lost your trust, lost something.
Exactly. So then now you spend more energy hating and trying to hurt this person, which could result in your untimely demise, as opposed to forgiving them and letting it go and getting that feeling of hate and resentment out of your heart. But when he said it in that particular instance, in that particular situation, if you keep it at that, I seen someone murder my big brother, and my big brother died in my grandmother's arms, and I forgave him. That's a completely different level of, oh, you stole my bike.
Yeah.
I forgive you. Like, no, we're talking about somebody who took something from him, who took someone, not something, took someone from him that meant the world to him. And he found it a way to forgive it because even in that instance, he saw the bigger picture. But because we don't have conversations like this, when you are in those trenches, it's damn near impossible to hit those feelings because when you're in the midst of it, it's survival of the fittest. It's eat or be eaten. It's, I may step outside and I may see this person who was trying to take me away from my family permanently. And now you telling me to forgive that person. You telling me to forgive the person who took an attempt on my life. You telling me to forgive a person who will or may try to take my life again. Not saying it's impossible, but I just don't want the context of what he's saying to be lost in that. Right. Like in that magnifying moment, the ability to forgive, like that's real man shit. And that's not to say if you don't have the ability to forgive that you're not a man. That's not what I'm saying. But for him to express that and for him to say that and for him to be vulnerable to do that in front of, and it was a group, it was a crowd there. It wasn't just him, Gilly, and Dirk. It might have been 30 other men in that room having this conversation, listening to him in this vulnerable moment, seeing the tears come down his eyes. Like, we need the men in our communities to push this message that it's okay. Because some people may feel like they want to forgive, but because society keeps that pressure on you, saying that, no, you gotta go do this. You gotta hit back. You gotta. But all those people that's telling you gotta, not gonna be there. God forbid something happened to you. They're not gonna be there for your family. They're not gonna pay for the funeral. But those are the conversations we don't want to have because it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for men to be vulnerable. But just from that conversation right there, led to us having a conversation here.
I think that we've been vulnerable on this shit every week.
I think we are, but I do think that as a society, we're not vulnerable.
Yeah. But I'm talking about like us on here. We've been, for the last couple of weeks, we've been getting into it. I think that's because of my fucking depression I was going through. But whatever. But I've read a statement then which caught me with that was where a couple of weeks ago, like I was really fucking angry like a couple of months ago. I was really going through the dips, like the ups and downs and all that shit. And then like honestly in like December, I just decided to like not be angry anymore and try to work on everything else and not the anger. And then I read something. It was like I decided to stick with love because hate is too great of a burden to bear. That shit is hard to just keep hating. It's hard to keep that hate in your heart. It's hard to just sit there and just be angry all the fucking time. It's hard to sit there and just want to just hate somebody and just want to do that shit and it's hard. That shit is hard, man. And to forgive, it's even harder sometimes. But it makes a lot of things better.
There was this quote, I think it was from Nipsey, and it was something along the lines, and he said he got it from a book somewhere. And it said, would you rather be at peace with yourself and at war with the world, or at war with yourself and at peace with the world? And when I heard that,
what would you say?
I'd rather be at peace with myself.
I was about to say, that's what I was gonna say.
And at war with the world.
I'm only saying that because when I was going through war with my brain, and shit wasn't going good internally, where I was like, what the fuck is going on with me? Like, I would rather be at peace with myself and war with everybody else.
And I feel like that, I think we usually tackle this issue from the reverse, right? I think we try to be at peace with the world by trying to please that person, help this person. And we forget that up here, if there's no peace up here, if there's no peace here or here,
it's over.
It doesn't mean anything about what you're doing around the world. It means nothing.
Listen, like I told you when we got here, and I told my mom, I was like, there's a certain thing that's going to happen on this show, and it's going to show. It's going to show who's there and who's not. And I'd rather be at peace with knowing the people that's there, and fuck it if they not there with us. That's it. And I had to learn that in the beginning. Remember when you told me, like, yo, fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Fuck
Still
them.
feel that way?
I still feel like that. Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at this point, like, if you, and it's not in the sense of,
It's not,
all right,
yeah.
perfect example. There was a person that you was trying to get on the show when we first started. And he said, because y'all are not at this place, I will not do the show. Now, mind you, that's fair, right? That's perfect. You have every right to do that.
That's a great analogy.
But now, understand, I'm not going to be hurt by that. That don't affect me. All right, cool. You feel that way? But now, I'm going to also use that as motivation to become a platform to please, not only please myself and our team first, but then now when the tables do turn.
Don't ask shit. Don't ask us.
No, ask. Because I want to tell you now. Ask. No, go ahead, ask.
Yeah, on that, like, I'm not even going to say it. We're not going to say a name.
Yeah, don't need to say the name.
Say a name, but, like, the people that know. Like,
fuck them.
It's deeper than that shit because that shit bother me.
It's deeper than that to you.
It's deeper
personally.
Than that, it's deeper than personally because, like, a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying, I don't really speak on a lot of shit. I don't speak a lot of personal shit. You know what I'm saying? And a family member of mine passed.
Don't say that too crazy.
No, man, I'm not gonna say it crazy. A family member of mine is actually is the reason why he's in this position he is in today. You know what I'm saying? And a family member of mine passed away also, but he's still in that position because of that family member. You know what I'm saying? I don't clout chase, so I'm not gonna speak on the name.
Yeah, of course.
But at the end of the day, it's like you're in that position because of that, and you're actually acknowledged today, and you have partners in your team that are in high places because of my relative. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to choose to be that person. You know what I'm saying? That you want to say like, yo, like, nah, I'm not gonna do that because I'm saying you're not in that. You guys are not in that position. That really.
It's one word to say.
That really bothered me in a sense because it's like if I never introduced you to my relative, you would not be acknowledged who you are today. You would just be a person from the Jacks. You wouldn't be a person that's actually with a verified check on your name. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be a person with a verified check with almost 1 million followers on your Instagram. And you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be a person that has albums being out. You wouldn't be a person that people actually acknowledge you and you have a fan base on. So that's like that bothered me.
You felt like that was like a spit
It's
to
spit
your
in the
face.
face. Like I said, like I don't
To you personally.
Yeah, it's personal. You know what I'm saying? I don't follow him behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't follow him behind that shit because it was kind of corny to me.
But I also think at the same time, if that situation did come up where he's like, yo, I wouldn't mind doing
But
it.
the fact that you're still using my relative's name in your fucking songs is what bothers me. You know what I'm saying? You're still using this name, but it's like, yo, it's a person that I introduced you to this nigga. And by you to do this, that bothered me.
Understand.
No, I understand your point.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
That bothered me.
And the same way with when
You're making money off of this shit because I connected you to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Same way when we started this 2 years ago, I got upset. I was like, yo, nah, like this, that, and the third. I'm not gonna say why. It's nobody's business. And he was like, nigga, fuck them.
It's corny.
And I was like, yo, you're absolutely right. Absolutely fucking right.
I've never given time to the people who don't want to support me. I've never given time to the people who've questioned the things that I've wanted to do. Because we don't have time to waste time thinking about people who don't want to put energy into what you're trying to do. Like, a lot of people will post something on Instagram and get mad if they get 5 likes, as opposed to being happy and working with the 5 people that liked you, right? Like, stop trying to get approval. Like, Rick Ross said this one line that it's always stuck with me. Never accepted I never needed acceptance from any outsiders. If you an outsider and you're trying to, I'm not looking for approval from you. Anybody that's on my side, anybody that's on my team, anybody that's supporting our show, I'll give you the energy. I'll help you out. I'll do whatever I can to help your platform or whatever you got going on. But if that energy is not reciprocated, I'm not gonna fake I'm not looking for any acceptance from any outsiders. Ever. And I've always been like that. If you were in my circle, we were cool. Anything that I could do to help you, I'm doing that. Anybody outside of that circle, keep it pushing. But in today's society, we try to get acceptance from people who don't care about us so much. And I see this with our kids, right? They'll spend hours on TikTok trying to get likes and shares and retweets and all of this other stuff from people who don't care about them. I'm gonna sit there and dance in front of a screen and do all this other nonsense, hopefully to get the approval from outsiders, and then be disappointed with the fact that I may not get the number that I'm seeking, or not even take the energy to appreciate the people who are putting energy into your platform.
I remember when we was doing the future streamers, and I forgot which one it was. And he was like, "Yo, I seen those numbers go down, and I got discouraged." And I was like, "Remember?" He was like, "Yo, that shit bothered me. Like I thought I wasn't good enough. I thought that I had to do more." So then he went and did more, which was good for him at the end. But I don't remember which one it was. But I think all of them actually said that shit. I think all of them said that once they see those numbers go down, it's different. Like,
it's discouraging.
Yeah,
and I get that. Like I get because it is an analytics game. So numbers are important, but it's always about quality over quantity. Like, and Steve Stout said on the Breakfast Club something that always stuck with me. He said, we're living in a time where it's not about how wide your crowd is, it's about how in depth that they go. So in the 90s and the early 2000s, it was about how big your audience is. You needed millions of people to be invested in your art or your music, your art, whatever it is that you were doing. Now, you can have 200,000 supporters, but if they are in depth, if they are purchasing your content, purchasing your merch, going to your shows, that's what you need right there.
Listen, we need 200,000 people to click that patreon.com/40central and pick a tier. $25 tier, please, will be accepted.
Any tier that you could do can help, but that $25 will take us to the next level.
$25 will take us to the next level, man. We're going to keep saying that. Listen, I know y'all going to get tired of us saying
First
it.
month is free.
No, it's not. Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? Damn, you made me forget what I was going to say.
You were talking about Patreon.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Y'all gonna get tired of us hearing about the Patreon, saying Patreon this, Patreon that, Patreon this, Patreon that. But listen, we really need to push this, so I apologize, but just bear with us until we get those 200,000 people on our shit. We don't gotta say that shit no more.
Oh, and happy belated birthday to Trig, man.
Oh yeah. I saw
happy belated birthday to Trig.
That's my son right there, bro.
We definitely make sure I give him a round of applause. Good dude right there. To one of our biggest advocates and supporters, we appreciate
First
you.
of all, I have a beef with him.
But yeah, before you get that, I got one more birthday shout out. Hold on. I got one more birthday shout out. I also want to give a happy birthday shout out to young Fazo. I know it was early Fazo's little man's birthday, so I want to definitely give him a shout out.
Happy birthday.
He looked just like Fazo. Shit is scary.
So now, can I get to my beef with Trig?
Got the same braids and everything?
They look exactly
like they're more twins than they are father and son.
Yeah.
Kind of scary.
I walk around the block. He's outside. I'm like, nigga, when are you gonna tell somebody you over here? Can you come to the show? Yo, yeah, I'm gonna come. And then he leaves. Now, I was like, when you leaving? Thursday. Why would you leave Thursday? You should just leave Friday. When you coming back? I don't know.
I didn't even
That's
know.
Trig right there.
I didn't even
Yo,
know.
I'm like, yo,
listen. Trig was supposed to I gave nigga Trig my address. Trig never pulled up. But I don't hold nothing against Trig. That's who Trig is. That's what Trig does. Trig overbooks his life. That's what he does. That's what he does, man.
Like, I'm like, yo, I didn't even know you was out here.
Trig, what? I knew, but Trig likes to freaking do shit like book like 10 shits in one day and tries to make everybody happy.
Bori, what up?
And when he try to make everybody happy, man, that shit don't work, man. But I mean, that's Trig though, man. He wants to make everybody's day, so he tries to fit everybody in his day. Sometimes,
The crazy thing
sometimes
is, I
he
was on
just
the
become
phone.
about it too,
I was on the phone. And
Trigger's a good dude, man. He's a dying breed.
I was on the phone, like I was like beefing with somebody or talking to somebody, and I'm just walking around and I see him. I'm like, oh shit, I just got mad happy. Like, yo, when you coming? You just got here? Nah, I've been here. What? What? Like, I'm like, when you leaving? Oh, tomorrow.
I don't know. I don't know. Probably tomorrow.
You gonna pull up to the show? Nah, I'm leaving. Like,
I don't know. He'll be like, I don't know. Probably tomorrow.
yo.
Gotta love it. Gotta love that little nigga, man. It's a good dude, man. It's a good dude, man. Oh, and happy birthday to his pops, too, man. Pops, man. Yeah, man, I love his pops, man.
Pop's birthday today? Or it just passed?
His pops? His pops' birthday passed.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday.
But his birthday was like a little bit after Triggs.
Listen, man, we pay for y'all got pay us for birthday shout outs too. I take anything we can get at this point in time.
Cameo,
yeah, we do cameos.
Cameos?
Yeah, we about to start cameo. If y'all want us to do a cameo,
man.
we can have you on the show for
You'll
a
be like a
cameo.
little Asian motherfucker, like you know that Asian motherfucker. Yo, you gotta pull that video up real fast.
What is he gonna put? Asian motherfucker?
Nah, that Asian dude, man, that he be putting like what's this shit called, man?
Oh, the sheets with his ass and all that.
He be pulling the sheets off his body, and he be having like a fucking
The plates and everything.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
I've never seen that, and I don't think I want to see that.
Nah, I'm not doing that. What's the craziest thing you'll do?
For a cameo?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be that. I'll tell you that much. That man ain't got no standards.
What would you do?
I don't know, man. I never thought about it. I never thought about doing a cameo.
All right, we gonna table that.
But yeah, but like I'll do a cameo though, but I don't.
We doing 40 Central cameos, man. That's what we gonna do now too. Fuck it. We taking all that. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, Trick. Happy birthday, Trick Pops. Good
Trying to capitalize on everything.
Good people, man. Good people, man. Word. Where's a good kid?
All right, we can transition.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into.
I'm still fucking.
I really want to talk about life insurance, but we don't got to talk about that.
Go ahead, do your thing.
All right, I'll make this quick.
That's just important.
Yeah, so I'm seeing a lot of people have this conversation about life insurance. Right? What is life insurance? How does it work? All this other stuff. But before we even get into the what is life insurance, I just want to talk to people about why we need it, right? Let's lead with the why. Far.
The hell just happened? Fell into the wall?
Nah.
Forgot where it goes?
I think he fell into the wall. Well, we got it on camera, so we can see if he really hit the wall. Oh, nah. This is crazy. Do you? Yeah, this. That'll work.
Worthless piece of shit.
But yeah, man, life insurance, right? So we don't have this conversation enough, and I see this way too often in my community, not just Throsneck, but in the black and brown community, and this really hurts me, and it hurts me because we don't have this conversation until it's too late to have this conversation. Far too often I'm going on social media and people are begging, pleading for people to give money towards a funeral. Mm-hmm. People are begging for support for a burial, begging for a service. And I understand when you get to that point. I get it, right? You got to do what you got to do to make ends meet. So I'm not trying to sound like I'm talking down to anybody, because that's not the case at all. Like, I have family members that have done that, and I understand it, right? But there is an opportunity where you can prevent that from happening by all you have to do is just get some life insurance. It could be as cheap as $5, $10, $20 a month. You can have something to at least cover the funeral costs. We don't have to have our family struggling every time somebody dies. We got people right now actually, that'll probably out right now spent $50, especially if you're in New York, you probably spent $50, $75 just to go out and have a good time with some drinks, hookah, and some friends, right? That's more expensive than having life insurance that could probably give you $30,000 when you pass away, so that way your family don't have to fight for scraps. But because we wait until it's too late, when these situations do happen, families struggle. It shouldn't be a financial burden when somebody passes away. Too many people have passed away between these last 2 to 3 years to where everybody doesn't have life insurance. Like, I don't even know what this is. I want to say grinds my bit. It pisses me off.
And honestly, it's almost
That's what I'm saying.
It's almost free money for yourself too. I'm saying, so it's like you wind up like it's not for yourself, but for the
Come in a little bit.
It's almost like it's like free money for your loved ones also, because it's like you wind up paying for something and you paying for like mind you, life insurance. There's life insurance and there's whole life insurance. And whole life insurance is the insurance that you should be getting, because whole life insurance is something that it pays for everything, and you can actually borrow against your life insurance. So that's something that they choose not to teach you. There's a lot of people in the white community that actually are taught to actually borrow money from their whole life insurance and use that. Borrow their money to basically start businesses and to start whatever it is, but you wind up paying you pay into it. And whole life insurance is something that you can pay for your funeral costs, make sure, and after you pay that, your family gets to take money home, basically upon, sad to say, but upon your death, it protects you. Your life is not a burden to anybody, and you should, if you want to be a person that cares about the next person, you should be caring about getting life insurance. You should be caring about getting life insurance, because if you don't want to be a burden to anybody that you care for, your mother or your siblings or your children, you don't want to be a burden to anybody's life, and because funerals are expensive, then by all means, make sure that you capture life insurance. There's $25, there's $50, there's some for $100, and the ones for $100, and you get whole life insurance. After a couple years, you could actually pull that money out to basically use it for your own goods, and then you still have your life insurance for whatever situation that happens to occur, God forbid, in your life.
And even with that being said, right? Give it a round of
I'm
applause.
drunk. Yo, listen, by the way, I'm drunk, so.
It's okay. It's the thought, man. It's the thought. Oh, shout out to Corey. Corey in the building, man. What's up, bro? Hope everything is good with you.
Hilarious.
You gotta come to a show too. Corey gotta come to a show. He hasn't been here yet. We gotta make that happen.
Wasn't Corey here the other day?
No, it's a different Corey.
Different Corey.
In your opinion?
All of a sudden, there's a bunch of Corys?
Yeah, check the yellow pages.
Boy Meets World Corey, and then there's Corey from 40 Central.
Boy Meets World Corey.
And then there's Bori. Bori Corey.
Bori. And then there's Jim Corey too.
That doesn't count.
That nigga. I remember one time we went to the gym. He said, "This is how you gonna teach you." He said, every time you push this shit up, you say, "Fuck these bitches." I was like, "What?" He's like, "I said that's how you work out." He's like, "Yeah." He's just wilding out. I'm like,
that don't sound healthy.
Gay?
Nah, I don't know.
That don't sound healthy. All right, so we can transition
we had
off
a phone
this.
call. Check it. Did you have the phone call up?
No, I did not.
Oh, that's why we didn't have it up. We gonna tell them. Give us a second. Nah, somebody else calling in about life insurance, and they're gonna.
Let me see.
Talk to me?
But yeah, man, get life insurance, bro. Like, we gotta stop using this as an excuse, waiting until it's too late. We've had too many people pass away and had to beg online for money when that's easily preventable.
Tell them calling right. Tell them calling again.
Try calling in now. If you're trying to call in now, let us know. If you're trying to call in and it's not working, please let us know. The number is up. 646-493-6814. 646-493-6814.
At first, I thought you remembered that.
No.
And then I saw it was right there.
Yeah, it's right here. Right. I was looking for it the whole time. I was
I was just about to say it because I didn't see it over there, so I was going to say it for you.
Nah, I'm good.
Life insurance though. Yeah, my mom's actually just got some life insurance.
Damn, she didn't even let me know. That's crazy. I think you know somebody.
Huh?
I think you know somebody.
There we go.
She could have called me for life insurance.
Call from
Darren.
Who's that?
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Who's that?
Yo, what up, man?
Yeah, what's good? What's good?
What's good, Darren? How you doing?
Good. So yeah, life insurance. I don't know who it was that mentioned something about the whole life.
Yeah, MAGA boy.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't understand what whole life and yeah. Can you hear me?
Can you do me a favor though? In the
Mute the
background,
TV.
mute the TV or the laptop or whatever you're listening from, because we can hear both.
All right, cool. All right. So yeah, with whole life insurance, yes, you can borrow against it, but you got when you want to talk about whole life insurance, you got to tell people whole life insurance. When you borrow against it, it works like your 401k. All right. When you borrow money and you take it out, you got to pay it back. If you don't pay it back, they're gonna deduct it from your insurance amount. So
Yeah, no, you're
absolutely
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But see, like who's a person? Who will be a person to like if when I mentioned that you could borrow against your borrow against your whole life insurance, that you can start your own business. Usually, when you start your own business, you put your money back into life insurance. That's usually what you end up doing because they'll send you a letter that you have to pay such and such back.
Okay, but most people are not that disciplined to do that, and it takes 5 years for a business to build up and actually start making money.
Yeah.
The other thing is if you take out more from your life insurance, let's say you got $100,000 and you got $20,000 of cash value. If you take that money out, your policy lapses unless you got option A. So if we want to tell people the stuff about life insurance, let's keep it 100 with them, because I'm a life insurance agent, okay? And I've had other clients have issue with that, and they say, well, how come I don't have insurance anymore? If you read your policy, it says the policy will cancel if you take all the money out. If you take $19,000 of that money out, or whatever your cash value is, and leave $1,000 in there, then they're going to deduct that from the death benefit. And so it doesn't help the client.
So that's not recommended.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Wait.
Does your car insurance, your home insurance, your health insurance have any investment vehicle tied to it? No. Why should your life insurance? You should have 2 separate vehicles, one for your life insurance and one for your investments. A life insurance policy, the interest rate on that, you might get 1 to 3% growth on that. Why not take that extra money and put it into a mutual fund where it's going to grow from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12%, and then you have that money and you can take it anytime you want with no penalties.
Go ahead, JC.
No, I mean I think this is good information. Because
So we got to share that with our people. We can't just say we can borrow, okay? Because I deal with a lot of minorities, and the first time you say they can borrow money from something, what do?
Take it out.
They're going to take it out from their life insurance. They're going to take it from their 401k. They're going to take it from the IRA and get hit with a 10% penalty and then a 20% tax because they took it out too early. So we want to educate our people. Let's not just talk about life insurance or saying give them a whole life, okay? Because that's half the story, okay? That's what happens, when you say you can take money out and you can do that, yeah, you can take it out and you can put your kid through college and stuff like that, but you still got to pay that money back. The only way you get the cash value out of there without any repercussions is take all the cash value out and lapse your policy. That is the only way you get all your money out. Otherwise, the company's going to keep coming after you for it. And you're going to pay 5 to 8% interest. Not only that, whole life insurance, okay, it takes 5 to 8 years for that money even to start growing. So it's not like you go into your whole life insurance policy
And get it right away.
from the gate and you got cash value. That money got to grow up. That first 5 to 8 years is going to pay all the fees for the company. That's where the company's going to make their money. And then after those 5 to 8 years, then that money starts growing. So you tell me how that benefits people.
no, I mean I think you raised some interesting points. The question that I have for you is, do you feel like people should have more whole life, or are you a fan of term?
I think whole life is a ripoff.
Really?
I think term is the best way. Yes, because why am I going to take a vehicle that's going to pay me 1 to 3% interest
in growth when I could take that money and put it in a mutual fund and get anywhere from 8 to 12% interest?
Because I feel like it depends on the situation. So if you have somebody who doesn't really have much family behind or is not leaving anything behind and just basically living by themselves and just wants to make sure that everything is covered when he passes away, then maybe he or she would be better with whole life insurance. Because it's...
So then why would you pay an additional premium for whole life? Whole life is more expensive to term. If you want to just bury yourself and you get yourself $10,000 to $20,000 worth of coverage and you want to spend $30-$40 a month, that's cool. But what you going to get for whole life for $20-$30? You're not going to get that.
Yeah, but with whole life, you're covered to the age 100.
So it's term, depending on who you go with.
That's what I'm saying. It depends. So now with term, you can have a 20-year policy, and then it's over after 20 years, and you got to go through the whole process all over again. But if you know...
Okay, but if you go through the process all over again, and you have money in your mutual fund, and your cash in your mutual fund is going to be $100,000 instead of $20,000, what's more beneficial for the client?
It depends on the economy at the time, because now if you have to cash out right now when your money's in a mutual fund, it may not be doing as good as if it were prior to 2020. Just having a friendly debate, because it could be both ways. I'm not trying to trying to come at you.
I understand. What I'm saying is share all the information.
Absolutely.
I'm licensed in 4 different states. Okay, whole life costs more because there's an investment vehicle tied to it. Okay, and with that investment vehicle, the interest that you're earning on there is not as much as you're going to earn in a mutual fund. So if you have money in a mutual fund and you have money in a term policy, you are way better off. Okay, if I put somebody in a term policy and I give them $500,000, okay,
Mm-hmm.
for example, my son.
Go ahead.
My son's 25. He got $250,000 worth of insurance. He pays $42 a month. The difference that it was going to cost him to have whole life insurance, he's been in his IRA and in his mutual fund for 5 years. He's already got $11,000 in there.
Mm-hmm.
So you tell me what whole life policy is going to make you $11,000 in 5 years? It ain't going to happen. We got to share the facts with our people. We can't keep dragging our people down saying go whole life, whole life, whole life. Whole life, you keep getting paid on it as an agent because the interest that they're earning, you're getting paid, you're getting trail commissions, all that stuff. If you take a term policy, the agent gets paid once, but if they do the mutual fund, then they get the trail commissions. But the mutual fund is going to give you more gains than any life insurance policy out there. If you have option A, that is the only way you can take that money out without your policy canceling.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me how a whole life policy, universal life, whole life, you bet your life, whatever you want to call it, you tell me how that benefits the end user.
I think it depends on the situation. Like, I think there's some situations where whole life may be the better option for some people, but I think in the instance that you brought up with your son, like, I would definitely go term. He's younger, it's cheaper, and like you said, like you could invest. I mean, you could get the term and then invest the difference. And I completely understand that. But we could definitely like get deep into it, because I definitely want to pick your brain on this, for sure.
So what's the difference in somebody 25 or somebody who just turned 51? Buy term, invest the difference. It's going to benefit the client in the long run. Whether that client got 30 years to go to retirement or they got 15 years to go. Whole life is never ever going to have that much money put into it unless you have option A, which mostly middle America and lower income America cannot afford. Okay? Mm-hmm. Anybody who owns a business has option A. The average Tom, Dick, and Harry can't afford option A, so they got option B. Okay? You're familiar with the two, correct?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all niggas are speaking Chinese at this point in time.
Oh no, this is fun to me. This is good.
Yeah.
Whether it's Chinese or not, but we got to put the right information
You're right.
out.
First of all, in the beginning, I thought they were saying hoe, like
whore.
Yeah, like hoe, like whole life. I'm like, why the hoes get it? Why can't we get it too? Like,
I mean, they need life insurance too. They actually needed.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all saying A, B. We're gonna have to sit down one day and really talk about it, because I have no idea what the hell y'all talking about.
Yeah, I definitely wanna have a sit down. If you could even come, or even if we like you call in and we just set up a time to just have this conversation. put like a 45-minute slot on it.
You already know how that's gonna go. That's gonna be Mike Tyson against George Foreman.
Nah, let's do it.
You know
Let's
what
do it.
that's gonna be, bro.
Yeah, that's.
Nah,
I
but
don't have no problem doing it.
Yeah.
I don't have no problem doing it. But I'm just saying it's gonna be war of the world because whole life agents don't want to go with term because they make more money off of it, and they keep making money because every year they call and let's bring it up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course, because
every year.
Because you could even bring the conversation further because when you said buy a term and invest the difference, you can make an argument that investing that difference into a mutual fund is actually detrimental to your portfolio. Because
what your portfolio is.
Exactly. So now if you
want to talk about detrimental to a portfolio, now we're talking about investments. Okay, I'm
Exactly.
36 and 63 licensed.
Mhm.
Okay, if it's detrimental to your portfolio, the stock market is more detrimental than a mutual fund. A mutual fund is safer.
it
So how is that
depends
detrimental?
because it depends on the hidden fees that the mutual fund comes with. So if your mutual fund comes with enough hidden fees to take away your gains, which a lot of people are unfamiliar with when it comes to the hidden fees of mutual funds, you're thinking that you're safer and making more money, but in return, you could actually be losing out on a lot of potential gains that you could have had if you had your investments in a different place. So, for example, like with Amazon, go ahead.
When your investment's in a different place, okay, the riskier that investment is, the higher your gains. No pain, no gain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you're talking about going to more of a stock as opposed to a mutual fund. A mutual fund is a lot safer because it's invested in the world market, in the world economy, not in just the U.S.
True. But now if I'm somebody who says, okay, like if I'm advising somebody and I say, okay, get rid of the mutual fund because the hidden fees can take away probably 75% of what you could have had you invested in Amazon, Google, Apple, and Microsoft, you probably could potentially make more money. Not saying that a mutual fund isn't going to make you money and be safer, but you're giving away a bunch of money to hidden fees when you don't have to do that.
Bro, what average person do you know can afford to buy one share of Apple stock?
Majority. Apple's only cost like $167, I think 13. Most people could afford that. They just choose not to.
But what kind of share? A share or B share?
A share.
Man, look. what, yo, Josh, when we gonna set this up?
Yo, if I go on Robin, I'm going Robinhood right now. I'm gonna go on Robinhood right now.
We actually
and I'm
trying
gonna tell
to do
you
more content about stuff like this too, man. So
yeah, this is gonna be for Patreon.
Apple's
only.
$158.05.
Apple's $158.05.
So most people can afford to share Apple.
Which share? But if you buying a share of Apple at 158, all right, you gotta look at what share that is because there's a whole bunch of different shares of Apple.
Okay.
All right, you gotta get into the meat and potatoes of it, okay? Because that share for 158 is not going to be the same return or gain that you're going to get in the one that's a couple $1,000 per share.
When you look at shares usually at a long term hold, not at a quick hold.
Any investment is long term.
Yeah, any investment is a long term. So if you look at a 158, you gotta look at it as to how you got in, not look at your returns within a year or so. So it's like if you Apple in the next 10 years, Apple's gonna be about $400 or $500 minimum. So it's like you gotta look at how much you'll be spending in Apple right now. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it in the today form.
So like you up in Long Island, right?
Bro. Like I'm not knocking your intelligence, but this is how I make money. So it's just how I make a lot of my money. So this is what I do for on the side. So I'm just stating on my experiences on certain things.
You live in Long Island, right?
Right. No, I'm in Jersey. But
you're in Jersey.
You said that there's a you gotta look at what you make over a year.
I'm not saying we look over a year. I'm stating every year Apple's gonna go up. So if you look at 158 right now, and then it drops down to 151, 150, 149, you got to look at the long-term hold. So the long-term hold will be about maybe minimum 4 years, 5 years. Like I told these guys about the cryptocurrency Solana, and Solana when last year was at 2 something when I told you guys to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Solana had dropped down to $88, Solana is gonna go at a long term. Solana's gonna be. They're looking at Solana as being Solana cryptocurrency as being the new Ethereum coin, and Ethereum is like the new day and age of Bitcoin.
Oh, so, by the way, hold on. Do you know about like cryptocurrency and stuff like that? I don't know if.
But I mean, it's similar to stock chain. It's similar to stocks, so it's just like it's the same game.
Okay. It's the same game. It's similar to stocks, but it's not regulated because they don't know what to do with Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's not regulated because it's a 24-hour. Because cryptocurrency runs on 24 hours, in which with stock they run out on a. They run on a market or whatever.
Right.
Whatever time's under it.
Crypto is not part of any market. It's
yeah, no, I just want to.
They ran by the people.
Know what to do with it.
They ran by the people. Yeah. So cryptocurrency.
You got to meet 4 criteria to be in the market.
Which makes cryptocurrency a lot more tricky to operate because it's hard to learn cryptocurrencies because it's like they're on a 24-hour market, which actually the stock market runs on business hours or whatever country that they're based in. So what you call it? Solana had went up to like 240, and I had told these guys, to get into Solana, unfortunately, there's a down market on everything at the moment. So and there's still a down market, and everything is still crashing because people are pulling out.
Have you ever pulled out?
Huh? What you said? That's crazy. But yeah, there's a down market and everybody's pulling out at the moment. So
all right, but let's go back to when you were saying that people should look at what it did last year. You can't look at any stock and say, okay, this is what it did last year. You got to look at the 3, 5, 10, 20, and 30 years to see how stable that stock is.
Well, you're right. You're right about that. I'm just stating.
Right, but you can't tell people when you say something like a year, people are gonna say they're gonna jump in there and say, what did it do for a year?
I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying. All I stated was there's been a crash. There's been a crash. I told them to get in on a coin when the coin was at 200, maybe 190, whatever how much money they got involved in, and there's been a crash. There's a market crash on everything at the moment. That's all I stated. I'm not telling everybody to look at the 30-year market because cryptocurrencies haven't been around for 30 years, so they haven't been around for that long. Cryptocurrencies came out in the early 2010s, so you're looking at the market, and nobody knows how to monitor the cryptocurrency coin. They assume they know the cryptocurrency coin. Nobody knows how to monitor it 100% yet because it's so tricky. Because like I said, like this market crashed. The market crashed immensely this year. Like look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin had $64,000. Now Bitcoin's at what, 36K?
Damn, it went down that much.
He's at 36K. Nobody knew that this was gonna happen. If there's a crash, because nobody, like I said, people didn't know the pandemic was gonna happen. People are pulling out because of this pandemic. People are pulling out because they just say they need the money on the other on their end. They need cash on their end to justify their end.
Let me say this. People are pulling out of the market not because of the pandemic. People are pulling out of the market because they don't understand the market.
Yo, do you trade cryptos? Do you trade cryptocurrencies? Do you trade cryptocurrencies? Let's have this conversation. Do you trade cryptos?
I'm sorry, you broke up. Say that again.
Do you trade cryptocurrencies?
I do have. I started last year.
I'm not asking do you have. I'm asking do you trade.
It's 38.
I'm not asking do you have. I'm asking do you trade. Are you a Shiba Inu trader or are you a actual crypto trader?
No, I have Shiba. I have a couple different ones.
You're a Dogecoin guy. You're a Dogecoin guy.
I got Dogecoin.
You're a Dogecoin guy, right? I'm just asking. I'm just asking because listen. There's gamblers and there's traders. There's gamblers and there's people that know what the fuck they doing. I'm just stating what it is. I'm just stating what it is. There's gamblers. There's people that gamble. There's people that gamble and spend their life savings throwing it into fucking Dogecoin, hoping for a fucking rocket ship to hit, and then hoping something's gonna happen when nothing's gonna happen with Dogecoin. Then with Shiba Inu, the same thing. Nothing's gonna happen. You gotta wait 5 years, maybe 6 years, hoping that a rocket ship's gonna hit Shiba Inu, because it's not gonna happen. If you look at the numbers of Shiba Inu, you look at the market of Shiba Inu, it's not gonna happen because it's just impossible for it to hit a fucking penny. And the market that people are expecting it to hit, it's impossible. If people understand market, he spoke already. I'm speaking now. I'm speaking now. Yo, cause I let him speak for almost 10 minutes. He almost put me to sleep over with the shit he was talking about. Yo, listen. I'm just speaking right now. Like, listen, this guy. I'm just being realistic. Being realistic. There's gamblers and there's traders. The traders are monitoring this shit, and there's people that are following Instagram and Facebook thinking Shiba Inu is gonna hit a rocket ship, and by tomorrow or some bullshit. It's not gonna hit a penny within the next maybe 5 years. So you gotta throw your coins in there, throw your money, throw your life savings into some shit during this bullshit inflation that motherfuckers voted for. And fucking expected this shit is gonna happen when this nigga over here in the office is trying to end cryptocurrencies. So it's not gonna happen.
I like that little jab you did.
Huh?
I like that little jab.
That shit. Cryptocurrencies is not gonna. Listen, Shiba Inu's not gonna hit. But anyway, Solana is the coin. All right. Take whatever money you got, whatever money you got in Shiba, whatever money you got in Doge. Take that shit out. Take that shit out and hit that shit into fucking Solana or throw that. If you don't know what you're gonna do with it, throw that shit to Bitcoin because it's gonna go up more in Bitcoin than it's gonna go in that bullshit ass Dogecoin Shiba Inu y'all niggas is fucking with.
we weren't. I don't know how we even got on that. We was talking about investments. We ain't saying nothing.
I was just asking, like, yo, what the fuck you had? You wasn't answering me properly, nigga. I was just saying. I was just saying.
We talk about investments and people watching the market in the period of time they need to watch the market or look at the history of that stock. Like, you're right. Bitcoin and all that stuff, you can't look at it and say, 5, 10, 30 or whatever. It's just not going to happen because it ain't been around that long. And you're 100% right about that. But when you're talking to people about investments and you're telling them to look at it, look at what he did last year ain't going to tell you jack because you can have a big hit.
Yeah.
You got a big hit in either direction. And that's the only reason why I called in, because you got to tell people the right information. Okay, is everybody trying to take a hit or make a big hit on Dogecoin and Shiba and all that stuff? Yeah, they're trying to. Because they're hearing what they're saying on Facebook and IG and all that other stuff. I don't understand it. You talk about the market, I understand the market. Bitcoin and all that stuff, I have no idea how that shit works.
Yeah, cryptocurrencies is confusing. Cryptocurrencies is confusing. That's why I tried to explain. But I'm trying to enlighten the people to take their fucking life savings out of Shiba Inu and Dogecoin because it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. If they want to make profits now, and like, listen, if you got money to fucking play with, and you just want to let money to sit around, then fuck it. Should take your risk at it. But niggas is coming from poverty, so taking that risk of Shiba Inu, thinking it's gonna hit, there's a handful of people, maybe 2 handfuls of people that made profit on Shiba Inu when it launched, but they're not making profits now. You know what I'm saying? So there's a kid in Texas. There's a kid in Texas that made $80 million off of Shiba Inu.
What?
He made $80 million. The kid is like 21, 22 years old right now. He pulled out $80 million. $80 million. He used that fucking stimmy that Trump gave him, and he threw that shit in fucking Shiba at the same time because he liked the name of it. Fucking made $80 million by accident.
He pulled out?
Yeah.
Damn, that's my problem. I never pull out.
Clubs up.
So all I'm saying is this. It's like, it's just like crypto shit and stock trades are 2 different things. Like, with stock trades, you gotta read a lot about the business of whatever company that you're dealing with. So if you're dealing with Microsoft, as per when you're dealing with Microsoft and shit, right? You deal with Microsoft and you see the stuff that Microsoft is doing, right? If you look at the stuff that Microsoft is doing and you see it like at a low, and then you can see at a long term That Microsoft, like Microsoft is looking at coming. What is it? No, it's Apple. Apple's looking at thinking about coming out with a car, right?
Yeah, they are.
They're thinking about coming out with a car. So Apple will be a great investment at the moment. So you buy Apple, right? So people buy into Apple. It's like $153. Apple's car is gonna come out what, like in 2023, 2024, some shit like that. Maybe 2025 the max, right? It's gonna come out with a car. It's supposed to be going competition with fucking Tesla, right? So Apple comes out with a car. That right there, when you start seeing the numbers going up with Apple, because now people are invested into the vehicle.
Yeah.
Right? So now, that's what happened with Tesla. Tesla started fucking doing rocket ships. Tesla started doing a bunch of other shit. Tesla's market went up from fucking $200 to like $1,000 because all their investment, everything that they're putting into, people are putting money behind this man Elon Musk on whatever he plans to do with the future. Elon Musk is the future on many different things, and people don't acknowledge that shit. This man's he's gonna be the first trillionaire.
Probably. Yo, first of all, can I just say something? I hate when you say the word bucks. Like, I don't like it. $200? I hate it. I just hate when you say bucks. It bothers me.
So fight me.
I will. Secondly, when are you free? Like, are you free to come in and like really like try to teach us and talk to us about shit? Or like,
Yeah, all right. We could set it up.
all right, yeah. Get my number from my mom and Alon or whatever like that, and then let's chop it up and let's set a date, and we could probably set like a real interview.
You know who you're talking to, right?
Yeah.
You know who you're talking to?
Yeah, Darren.
Yeah, you better government out.
We've met before.
We met before?
Yeah, I'm the DJ from your mom's wedding.
Oh, I was drunk that day.
You ain't never lied.
I was drunk that day. I was smacked. I ain't want to see nothing that happened. I was chilling. That was Lon's fault that got me. He Lon got me smacked before, so. But.
we definitely can put something together and have a peaceful gentleman conversation.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, we also do DJ battles. So if you want to come over here and battle somebody up here, and we could record it and play music and shit like that, we would definitely love to have that on our shit too.
Man, I'm done with that battle stuff. Not that I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. I got 35 years in the game.
I had to throw it out there. I had to take my shot.
No, I feel you.
I had to take my shot.
I mean, I was on BLS, Kiss, and 105, so I ain't got nothing to do.
Let's go. Any more name drops you want to do?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all.
But yeah, let's set a date up. Get my number and let's set it up.
All right, no doubt.
Appreciate you, man.
Have a good night.
Yes, sir. You too. Peace.
All right.
That was fun.
That was cool. That was cool. Thank you. I want to thank him. Thank my mom. Thank Lon and everybody for making sure they call in, man. Darren's cool. I don't remember the whole wedding, so I wish I did. All I know is my daughter had to walk me to my room.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you was that fucked up?
I was smacked. Me and Lon were drinking white Henny all day.
That shit's nasty.
You don't like no type of Henny, though.
Henny's disgusting. Anybody that likes Henny is fucking questionable, man.
Nah, you never like Henny. It's just there.
Yeah, there's people that fucking prefer that shit over everything.
My preference of cognac is definitely gonna always be Martell at this point in time. That shit is so good.
See, but that's different though. It's not Hennessy. It's not branded by Hennessy. It's not produced by Hennessy. It's nothing by Hennessy.
Y'all want to get one more in or not?
It's like E&J. Yo, bro, like I know somebody that actually prefers E&J over Hennessy.
I remember fucking Jesus used to make me drink E&J
and 99 bananas.
Oh, my mother used to have that shit in the house all the time.
Jesus had me drink my first liquor in 99 bananas.
That's what he made you drink?
Yeah.
Well, be lucky, nigga. You know what he made me drink?
I drank the fucking half the bottle with him.
Okay, cool. You know what he made me drink my first drink?
What?
Devil Springs.
Hey, pussy.
And I didn't know what the fuck that was. He was like, yo, drink this. This shit's good.
Nah, I got stories of freaking Devil Springs, man, out in Albany.
Bro, that was probably... And then he thought that was going to make me not drink. I just started to drink more after that.
I got too fucking drunk that day.
Devil Springs?
Yeah.
That shit is like
I didn't
you
think,
we could definitely put that in our gas tank.
I didn't think I could get drunk.
Your first time drinking? You didn't think...
Well, no. It was because I've drank before, but I never got drunk. So I didn't think I was able to get drunk. And I got drunk on Devil Springs.
Ugh, that's the most nastiest.
And my boy came to visit. My boy Stack came to visit me, and that week, around that weekend, came to visit me. I was in Albany, and then long story short, I got mad fucked up that night, and of course he came to visit me, so he was sleeping in my room. Stu was
sleeping with you?
Nah, man, I had a twin size bed, man. So I had a floor mattress, so he could sleep on the floor mattress. He was sleeping on the floor, but that day,
yeah, I need to sleep like head to toe.
Nah, man.
I just want to know.
It's a twin size mattress, man. so
hold on. You fit in the twin size mattress? You did not fit in the twin size mattress back in the day.
Yeah, that was. Bro, listen, hold on, I did. But anyway, I was a twin size. I mean, and what you call it? Yo, bro, I'm on some G shit. I appreciate him for in all forms, bro, because in all aspects. If he wasn't there, I would have been dead today.
Right.
I would have been dead.
Off the Devil Springs?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so like that day, I was so drunk that I was just talking dumb shit to everybody. And I mean, I already apologized to everybody that I already talked shit to, I'm saying, because I was just talking crazy that day. But if they don't remember, I apologize, whatever. But that day, I passed out, and usually when I'm drunk, I sleep on my back, right? And that day I slept on my back. My boy had woke up.
You threw up?
I threw up
in your
sleep.
mouth? Oh,
I threw up in my sleep.
Snap.
And he saw that I looked like I was drowning in my own vomit.
Flipped you over?
And he rolled me over to sleep. He rolled me over, and I started throwing up all over the bed and everything, on the pillows and everything. So, he saved my life that day. So,
wow.
So I appreciate him. Yeah, I mean, like I owe him for that shit. I'm saying, like, I've I don't know how long does it take to pay off a debt of somebody saving your life. I'm saying.
Nah, he saves your life, you give him $5.
I'm saying, so it's like, I don't know how. I mean, because like I look at it as like I look at it as
like you owe him for life.
Somebody saves your life, you're forever in their debt. You know what I'm saying, you're forever in their debt because whatever.
What if you have a lot of small things you did for him throughout the years, and like
it still doesn't manage the fact that you're here because of him. You know what I'm saying? You're here because of that. So a person that saves your life in any form, that I feel like you should, you know, any success you have in life, that person should have a piece of that success.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that because that person would never.
You wouldn't be there for that.
You wouldn't be here.
In like general sense, like you would not be there.
You wouldn't be here for that.
Okay. I mean that's a good way to look at it.
I mean, that means teachers are owed a lot because we be saving lives every day. Be doctors, lawyers.
Is it the same thing about a doctor?
Firefighters.
Depends.
Like if you having like a fucking.
Well, maybe not because that's your job, so that's different.
A person didn't go out their way to assist you.
Yeah,
that was their job.
So you get into a car accident, hypothetically speaking. And
if I get into a car accident and you're in my passenger seat, you're able to get out the passenger seat, right? I can't get out the passenger seat, but you got me out of that passenger seat, and the car explodes minutes after. You saved my life.
That's fair.
You know what I would do?
You let me die in there.
Damn.
No, you know, I'd be like, yeah, I will just use that every time. Like, my nigga, you gotta come with me. Why? I'm not going. Cause I saved your life. I will be the worst person to save your life. You know that for a fact. And the worst person to ever save my life would be Zay. I would have to owe him my everything. Like,
Shout out to Zay, man.
yeah, word.
New father.
I had to go over there. Probably go over there tomorrow.
All right, let's see. We got we talked about a lot today.
We did. That was a little impromptu.
I mean,
of life insurance. Really.
But it's also like for as per doing faith. Not like let's say I get rich, a person that saved my life in whatever form, that person I would take care of for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying I would take care of that person the rest of my life because that person I wouldn't get to experience this because of that person.
Would
because
you tell that person?
I don't forget what people do for me.
Yeah. Would you tell that person to subscribe to our Patreon?
Person already said I would tell him.
Okay.
I would say subscribe to the to the YouTube because he already subscribed.
Yeah, no, the Patreon.
But you know, he could do a bunch of dickhead shit. At the end of the day, it's like I wouldn't be here today to speak to you guys if it wasn't for him because that man saved my life on that shit. I could literally almost die that night. You know what I'm saying so.
Yeah, that's scary. No funny shit. That's a scary situation.
I could almost die that night.
If you was that drunk?
That was that, and that's why. And I tend to drink more responsible than I drank around that time. Like I drink to get, I drink, and sometimes I might get obliterated, but I know my limit on that. When I'm like, oh, I'm fucked up, can't do it anymore. But at that time, I wasn't doing that. You know, I just turned 21.
You just started drinking.
Yeah, I just started drinking, so I didn't know what was my limits on that. But that weekend, he happened to stay with me that weekend. And I remember waking up at him rolling me over, like yo, get up, doing that shit, and I wound up throwing up all over my pillow and everything. So
I had many near-death experiences.
So, and now just because of that, like I go home. 'Cause I used to be comfortable sleeping on my side or sleeping on my back, but now it's just like I always lay on my belly when I go to bed, because of that shit. Because you never know when it's gonna happen.
I remember me and Zay, we on the basketball team at Mount, and we drive into a game. We going over that bridge right there by like coming back from on the Bronx River. That bridge where there was like, remember where all those people died that one time?
Mm-hmm.
So, but now they put the railing there, bro. The bus is driving. Fucking front wheel axle falls off. Hit the shit. We like, oh shit. We almost flipped over the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, we didn't flip over.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my god. Like every time I pass that bridge, I still get the shivers down my back.
Because trauma is real. Trauma is real, and
my uncle almost killed me too.
Okay.
Yeah. You did?
Yeah. By accident. He was playing with me and then he like covered my
Yo.
we was play fighting and I lost like a lot of breath because I was laughing and then he grabbed me and he thought that like I could breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had enough air. I had no air. I was like this. Yo. I just saw the white light. I was about to go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then he let me go. I was like.
That's scary.
I have mad near life death experiences, bro. I don't know why.
I think everybody has those. That's part of living.
Have you had it?
Yeah.
How many you had?
There was one when I was a teenager, and at a barbecue there was a shootout or shooting, and bullets were just flying everywhere. There's another one. I got into a slight accident that could have been bad when I was living in Boston. What else?
Shit, I could go all day on these shits.
I was on a plane that
that's it.
hit really, really bad turbulence. When I was my first plane ride to Puerto Rico was a near-death experience. The plane dropped like 300 feet or something like that while we was in the air. So we thought it was over.
I would never get back on a plane.
Forever after that.
But that's the scary part. I had to get back home. So I was like 10 at the time. I tried to get
back.
I told my mom.
They're supposed to come back. They're supposed to come to America.
Yeah, but I mean, my mom ain't happy like that. But yeah, I had to take a plane.
You would have been mad. I would have been mad Spanish. I would have stayed right in
No, you're gonna do whatever your mom tells you to do.
Yeah, I'm thinking of my grandfather.
I'm 11 years old at the time. I can't tell my mom I'm staying in Puerto
natural
Rico.
spigot, just get on a leaf and come back to America.
A leaf?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Okay.
That's what we do.
But please, everybody, please go on our Patreon and look at the tiers. We got the $5 tier, the shot o'clock tier. We got the $10 tier, Buffalo tier. We got the chairman and chairwoman, $25 tier, man. We are trying to create something for you guys. $5 tiers, like, listen, y'all can spend $5 on anything. Y'all go to the store, y'all give your kids more allowance than $5 a month. Like, come, just give us $5 or $10, whatever y'all could give us, man. The tiers is all written down there. I can't see it from here, JT. So oh, there we go. I can see it now. $5 tier, you get the extra bonus video. You get the ad-free content and you access to our 40 Central Patreon only community Telegram. The Telegram is where each one of us on this panel is already on that Telegram. Y'all write to us. Y'all will get a response from one of us or all of us or whoever you want to speak to. You want a topic on the show, then you could hit us up on the Telegram. But you're gonna be able to give us more feedback and more what you guys want with that Telegram. Please, that is very important. $10, man, Buffalo. You get 2 bonus videos a month. We don't even know what it could be. It could be just we have a lot of stuff in store for you guys that we really want you guys to see. That's why I would recommend the $25 a month, because we are creating a documentary. We have a lot of backstage content. We're gonna have he's gonna talk more about the polls and stuff, how he wants to take care of that, merch discount. And basically y'all could be really a part of the show with us. We need y'all help. We need y'all support. We need that because we are working from the ground up. So please think about it. Oh, I got his number. He said for call him so we can set the date up for you. So whenever you're ready. So $5 shot o'clock, $10 Buffalo, $25 chairman, chairwoman. You a part of us. You help us out. What you guys say?
That's it.
We good with that?
Yeah, that was perfect.
Okay, cool. Love you guys. We out of here. Bye.
You want to play any music to close out?
Let's close out with some music.
Let's see.
Listen, by the way, whoever was here from the beginning and who knows what we've been doing with the backstage content that we had on the Instagram, like we will be bringing that to Patreon only. I'm gonna give y'all a little gem. We might be bringing back the sample session, but that's gonna be on Patreon. If y'all want to see sample session, y'all want to do that shit. We might sit down here and we might do like a hour of music. I don't know. We don't know if we're gonna do that shit on free YouTube, but we're gonna do that on Patreon. But listen, the content that we about to create for you guys is gonna go from just 2 times a week to y'all gonna see something of us every week or more of a lot of stuff. So please, just please think about it. Look at the tiers and support your favorite local podcast. Y'all supported us this much, and y'all gonna continue to support us, man.
And if you know any artists that need music played on our platform, just let us know. And we was having a conversation the other day about potentially having an internet radio portion where we just play underground music for maybe like an hour and some change or something like that. So if you know any artists that need their music pushed, just send them to 40 Central on Instagram. Tell them to DS their music, and we'll play it if we like it. Only if we like it. If it's trash, we won't play it.
That's a fact. I'm not playing no whack shit.
All right. With
And
that
sorry
being
if y'all
said,
feel like that shit is if we don't play it as whack, then just ask us because we're gonna tell you that shit is trash.
all right. With that being said, we're gonna close out with Rick Rude, Cap the Dawn from 40 Forever mixtape. What y'all want?
Close out. Kev, you good?
Hell yeah.
Go stream this on all platforms.
I'll be paranoid, get the feds on me. Gonna get the breads on me. Want to get the head on me. You dead, homie. And we the best.
Go ahead. Give me that.
Pretty man.
Talk to him.
You ain't
Never get your biggie back.
Like Max being home. Ow.
Go stream that. Go stream that. Go stream that. Go stream that.
Woo. Holla. Like in squat, though.
Enchilada.
Huh? Just think that your mama.
Go stream. Go stream. Go stream.
I think that's our shit, though. I think that's the inside shit. It says the cash. Oh, by the way, everybody, before we get out of here, we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, Google Play Store. What was the other shit that was on that shit?
I can tell you. Give me a second. You said Apple, Spotify,
Apple
Amazon.
Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Play Store.
Anywhere you can find podcasts, we're on.
We on it. If you guys missed the live of it, and you guys want to just listen to us, then you can now. Oh, there we go. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music. We obviously on YouTube, Google Podcasts, and what does that say?
Radio Public.
Radio Public. We are on all those platforms. You do not have to follow all those platforms, but we would just like for you to listen to something on it. And if you can't watch it, everybody doesn't pay for YouTube, then you can just listen to us and still support us the way that you guys been doing it.
And we're gonna put the Patreon link in the Facebook group. So if it's not working for you right now, don't worry about it. We're gonna put the proper link in the Facebook group for everybody to become a patron and support our dreams and our goals. And we appreciate everybody who does that. And for those who don't, just keep watching the stream because that helps us out too.
Yes. If you can't afford it, just make sure y'all here every Monday and Thursday. If we hear them every Monday and Thursday, please.
Man, I'm about to be streaming every day till we get these 4,000.
I'm with that shit.
I'll be streaming every day. All right, so I mean, I'll be here.
We could do music tomorrow night.
I'll be here.
I got a meeting. I'll get out at 6:30. I'll come right over here.
Cool.
Well, we might be streaming tomorrow night, baby. So we love y'all guys. We out of here. Kev, what you gotta say?
Some days peanuts, some days shells.
I knew you was gonna say that. But anything, JT?
Spread love.
It's the Brooklyn way.
And let's drop these gas prices.
That's fine.
What?
Let's drop these gas prices.
Yeah, we gotta drop a lot more shit than gas prices. But man, we love y'all guys. We are out of here. Please listen to everything we said. And give us suggestions, man. Y'all can hit us up on the DM. Just if y'all want us to talk about something or something that we never touched on or something that we did touch on that y'all want us to talk about, man, just hit us up. That's what we need. That's why we need y'all in the Patreon, because the Telegram is gonna be really important for that. Y'all can just literally text us, and then we're gonna all get it on our phone. Every one of us will get it on our phone. So thank you guys. We are out of here.
Let's go, Brandon.